But guess what? My parents looked at that place and said, we have to get out of here.
We was told a different story. Apparently, he went for OFB recruitment.
Oh, wait, no.
And he didn't make the cut.
Listen.
So obviously, Headie was saying, yo, if man sees the shoot on the ends again, then...
So at his young age, he forced his parents to move him out of London.
So, people just want to come on podcasts and lie. All right, fair enough. No, this is how it actually went down. Now, basically, you know, I was growing up in that, and then my parents were just like, let's move out. Where Headie 1 comes into this is because obviously you guys should already know me, but if you don't know me, I have pretty decent lyrical ability. I was saying if I had that same lyrical ability and I still stayed in Tottenham, I could have been Headie too. I'll be honest, man, I really could have been Headie too. I see myself being Headie too. I don't know what RV would have done if I stayed, but yeah, man.
Say something to RV right now. Huh? Tell RV something in the camera right now.
Hey RV, what you saying, man? Yeah, obviously I might not look like I'm saying it with chest, but I do believe if I did stay in Tottenham, I would have been Headie too. And you probably would have, you know, who else is in there? Like,
Alright, listen, before you get into the video, we have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers.
You look, I can't lie, it's a no-brainer.
There's so many people who watch
and you're
but
not
don't subscribe.
You see the red button, right underneath the video, innit? And then there's a bell right next to it.
Click those 2 buttons before we go into the video.
And when we hit 1,000, we'll pay it back to you, man. Don't worry.
Because you have to understand, the more you subscribe, the more shit we can do.
Simple as.
Towards my mouth. And
you'll just have it like this, innit? If not, use this one.
So lean into it like this. Yeah. Because all the podcasts I watch, they say speaking to the mic, and it's even on there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, listen, no homo, but you just like 2 lengths like this away.
Grab it.
No, man said grab it. That's mad.
Huh?
Mad, you said grab it.
Yeah, I'll be sus with my chest.
Yeah, but that's mad. No, but none of please don't bring that here.
Why not?
Man said grab it. Yo.
Why not, G?
This is
This is the Shadez Experience, bro.
You know, that even makes it sound more mad. The Shadez Experience.
Of course. It needs to sound as mad as possible.
Okay, wait. Explain to us. What's the Shadez Experience?
Huh?
What's your experience?
Nah, it's like there's versions of me, innit? So there's like when I'm uncomfortable, I'm hella quiet, innit? I'm just observing. I like watching people, innit? Wait, sorry, let me speak. I like watching people, innit?
Just speak into this one here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like watching people, innit? Like, I did sociology for A level. You know, the study of society, just how people operate.
Yeah.
And then there's like the next stage where like I'll start to feel myself a bit. I kind of called it the Headie 1 stage. So I'll be a bit more quiet, but then you see a bit more of me, innit?
Yeah, a bit more energy.
A few little jokes, jabs here and there.
And then like, in,
yeah, right, the best way to do it.
And then the final stage where I'm more animated. More jokes, of course. That I just, you know, what comes into my head top.
You say it.
I say it.
So what level are you at right now? What stage are we at right now?
So if level 1's quiet, level 2's, you know, Headie 1. Level 3 is like the Shadez Experience. I'd say I'm 2.55.
Okay. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna get that experience.
So camera's rolling right now.
No go on camera.
It's gonna be the Shadez Experience for you.
Yeah, hopefully, man. This is my.
That must be the name of the episode.
Shadez Experience.
Shadez Experience.
This is my podcast debut. I'm gonna be a podcast boy.
Yeah, come on.
You know, and I spit bars as well. So
you might have to give
yeah. So all of the Twitter babes are gonna hate me. Podcaster,
plug your stuff early.
Early. Alright, follow me on TikTok. Shadez _ the first, like DA and then 1 ST. And then my Insta, if you want to see me looking penger than usual, big dot shades, obviously. And then
standard. My
Twitter, Mayor _ Luton. Because that's where I'm from, innit?
Only right.
Quickly.
Yeah, man.
Nice and easy.
Well, do paintings watch this, or you're not quite there yet?
Yeah,
whoa.
No, I'm just.
General question.
Yeah, general question.
Of course, we got a little.
We got a selection of fine women.
A selection of fine women watching. So you fine women in it, like pay extra attention
to you.
To this episode.
Yeah, to this episode, man.
Make sure they stay.
Yeah, we're like, obviously we might talk some bull, but I got something for you, man.
Now look at the camera and tell her. Don't look at man and say
I
that.
got something for you, man. I'm new here, innit? I'm new here.
Say something to the ladies, quickly, man.
Say something to the ladies. Man's here.
Pick a mic.
Yeah, pick a mic and speak into it. Pick one.
Cool, I'll pick this one.
Yeah. But
I
don't look at me, Derry, but look at the camera with it.
You're better off picking that one, G.
Yeah,
fair enough. Alright, look, man. I'm here, innit? Like, woman, I got my bucket hat on. I got tracksuit bottoms, Nike, Puma. I got 2 shirts underneath.
What the t-shirt? Show us the t-shirt.
2 shirts. I got
one's a Chelsea shirt.
One's a Chelsea shirt, of course, and then the other one.
It's a Luton shirt.
The Luton, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
bro,
I'm out here.
Not in a homo thing. Surely you should be repping the Luton thing, you know.
I should be, but I do what I like, you know.
Okay.
It's the Shadez Experience.
Yeah, this is the Shadez Experience.
When I'm talking Chelsea, I'm repping Chelsea. When I'm talking Luton,
so why do you if we're talking Luton?
Oh yeah, of course.
Luton shirt.
Yeah.
And when we're talking Chelsea
shirt, yeah, man. I'll be backing off tops today, G.
Whoa.
Ladies, I don't know what you've done to get them excited.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm genuinely excited though. Like, women are nice though, but yeah, I'm genuinely excited, man. I'm in a room of 2 men. Of course I'm going to be excited. These are good.
Allow it, man. What's all this about? What do you mean?
You know what he said prior to this? He said, I'll be sus with chest.
Yeah. I'll be sus with chest,
I was just trying to show him something on the mic, and he's telling me, grab that. I said, yo, grab what?
Nah, but you see what it is? The women love it, innit? Like, when you're yourself with chest, they love that, man.
So you're gay?
Huh? What do you mean, so I'm gay? I've never been gay.
You said you're sus with chest.
Yeah.
You said
sus doesn't mean gay.
Yes, sus is just a bit
exactly. Look, I like women, innit? Yeah. But if my boy is looking delicious, I'll tell him.
Whoa. Why is
Why
is the word delicious though? Why do you got to use delicious? Why can't you
say
say
looking tasty, bro?
Like,
I don't understand. Like, if something's looking tasty, what other words would you use?
Okay,
look nice. I can tell my boy. I can tell Damz, you're looking fly today.
Okay, so you're telling him you're looking fly, but in your mind you're thinking he's looking tasty.
No, that's not my. How are you telling me what's in my mind? No, I'm saying he looks good.
So in my mind, he looks tasty.
Yeah, but what should I say? A little bit more than sus if you say that.
No.
What do you mean he's looking tasty? If something's tasty, you want to eat it.
Precisely. I'll bite that, G.
Yo.
Wait, what is happening?
Respectfully though, I don't disrespectfully bite people, guys. That's just weird. I'm not Suarez.
Yeah.
Well, I said unnecessary things to Suarez.
Yeah, man.
But let's actually do the introduction.
Yeah. Cool. So it's a Tuesday, and it means one thing. It means one thing only. We're tuning back into the 2MANSTEP podcast with myself, DK,
myself, Damz.
Oh, and yeah, Shades, man. Yeah, it's the 3-man-step today.
Okay. The first time someone comes with energy for the 3-man-step.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So chat to the people, tell them a little bit about yourself, even though you've given them a little bit of an introduction. But
a little bit about myself. You know, I'm quite a serious guy. People might see me online on Twitter, Mayor _of_ Luton, if you want to see.
He's plugged that twice in 10 minutes. Just say
of course. I'm plugging whatever I want to plug in, bro.
I thought that, man.
Yo.
Man, you can't come man saying plug in.
Yeah, you just plug it in, bro. Like the USB port is.
So what's the port then?
Huh?
What's the USB? What's the USB?
What's the port?
The port, you man, innit?
Nah, that's mad.
That's
like the podcast, innit? Like, and you were part of the podcast. So obviously, like, I got the USB port in.
From now, we're running the free strike system, innit? We're running the free strike system.
Free strikes, right?
Yeah. So cool, clean slate from now. We good?
Yeah, of course we good.
What happens on the strike day?
We've always been good, bro.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna spice up this episode. You fuck up that free strike. We're doing a forfeit live on camera.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
What kind of forfeit is this?
Nah. But he'll be on a forfeit that we can't even put on YouTube.
Yeah. You're on the
so just watch what the forfeit is, G, and like, you know.
That he wants the.
I could kamikaze the whole thing, you know.
Yo,
everyone's going down. So just watch the forfeit. But anyway, about me, yeah, like people might see me on socials and, you know, I might be joking a lot, but I'm a very serious guy. I have thoughts. I have feelings, man.
Pull that camera in a little so you're
in shot properly, innit? Because you can see yourself
No, just I meant the mic, so.
But be careful with it.
Pull the mic.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, no, the whole thing. Bring it to us.
Oh, saying nothing.
How
Yeah.
you know this is just niggas?
Yeah, I'm new here, man. But yeah, man, I have thoughts, I have feelings, you know, I have hopes and I have dreams. So, you know, when people are cussing me out on Twitter and that, just realize that there's a real person behind the screen.
So what you like the negative stuff they say? Does it affect you?
Nah, not really. I don't care what you man say, but I'm just saying, innit? Like, there's a real person behind this screen. What if I'm having a bad day? You know, like 5 of my hoes have just decided they wanna get in a relationship, and now my line's dry, and then I go online, and people are calling me disgusting names. You know, like it might.
So it hurts when they say that type of stuff to you.
So no, but only in that scenario where I've lost like
when
5
you've
of my
lost your
hoes.
hoes.
Yeah, when
Okay. How often?
or like let's say, you know, like God forbid, you know, I have a family bereavement, and you know, I decide to put out a freestyle to make myself feel better, you know, because there's a point in time in uni where like I wasn't feeling my best, and my freestyles were my therapy, and then I just have someone make like a cornflakes edit, but they called it coonflakes, and then they put my face on that. Yeah, man, that wasn't nice.
Wait. Who did it? Because whoever did it to you, you gotta be on them. 100%.
But I don't. That's not no. You see,
that's crazy.
that's the thing with Twitter, innit? Like, bare man don't like to show their face. Obviously, being as sexy as I am, I kind of have to show my face by force. That'll be a grave disservice to the people if I don't. But other man, maybe they're not as sexy as me, so they don't show their face, and they're out here, you know, making
behind a football character or behind a football player.
Yeah, behind a football player, yeah. And they're just, you know, making edits of cornflakes and calling it coonflakes.
Nah, but for that, you see everything else, I always be like, yeah, it's just Twitter. But
But you see
coonflakes?
coonflakes,
Nah,
yeah.
that's mad.
That's probably like
Coonflakes is mad.
that's probably one of the more milder things.
So you've held
Swear.
serious racial abuse.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Shall I tell you what's mad?
I've
The racial
held
abuse,
corn.
I promise you, it's probably from black kids. Black kids. The racial abuse is probably coming from black kids.
I'll be so honest.
150%.
I love Somalia. You lot have lit people. But
Wait.
Give a
Any
disclaimer.
views of Shades are not from the 2-man-step.
Thank you.
fair, but I just want to say I do love Somalians, innit? But when it does come to the racist abuse that I do get, the name Abs, it keeps like reoccurring sometimes. That's all I'm saying. But to be fair, like Abs is, I think that's the more like, not even Somali to be fair. Like that could be a host of nationalities, but if you are a nation where, you know, Abs could be a common name for you, just know that when the racist abuse comes in, them man,
They said
They're
they're number
pioneer.
one. Man said the pioneers.
They're pioneer,
Crazy.
I don't, maybe, but to keep it real though, I do know some cool Abses out there, so yeah,
shout
I'm not
out.
letting them man ruin it for.
All the other apps.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, big up the Abs man.
Yeah, and all the other abs.
Yeah, but you man that did the racial abuse thing, just allow it, man. We're all friends here, you know.
100%.
But yeah, no, I have hopes, I have dreams. Obviously, I do have more of my jokey side, you know. I'm a Christian. I go to church on a Sunday.
Cool, big that up. Big that
Every
up.
Sunday.
So do we.
Yeah,
Twice
every
right?
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your Pentecostal?
Yeah.
Yeah, standard.
Wednesday service and them things there, man.
You do Wednesdays as well?
Yeah, most weeks. The last 2 I had work, so I couldn't really.
Bible devotion.
Huh?
Like Bible devotions services.
Not quite. Usually you do. It's like Sunday is for like everyone, and then Wednesday is for like when you want to go deeper into the word. But I wouldn't really call it Bible study. Last one I went to, you know, we praying and fasting. So we broke bread, you know, to break the fast and that. So yeah, man.
Only right.
Yeah, I got layers, man. I got layers. But online, you know, I just want to have a good time online. But yeah, man, I got layers to me, man.
So what, you're outside this summer though, innit?
Huh?
You're outside this summer.
It depends what my bank account is saying. Because being outside of no money seems like a recipe for
You might as
disaster.
well be inside.
Yeah, exactly.
You might as well be inside if you have no money this summer.
But you see what it is like. I don't like to let money control me. I just see money as, I'm getting hella deep, man. I'm supposed to be joking around. But I see money as like a vehicle to like do what you want to do, but that's about as far as it goes for money. So like, it's not as a you know, certain man, they just all they care about is money. They do anything for money. There's even a verse about it in the Bible that people often get wrong. You know, they usually say, "Oh, money is the root of all evil," but actually, it's the love of money is the root of all evil, because when you love money too much, it can make you do some crazy things.
Bro.
You could argue the billionaires out there, they love money too much. That's why they're doing some crazy things for crazy prices.
I do see a stat. It's like there's not one billionaire who's not broken several like human right rules to get to where they are.
Yeah, man, it's
Crazy.
They're the
It's
true
nuts.
criminals.
Yeah.
they're mad.
But in terms of me being outside, if I have enough money to be outside, I'll be outside.
Well, what's your definition of outside? Day parties or just linking different? Or
Day parties, meeting mutuals off Twitter, even Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. I miss Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, man. I want to go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament in the summer, at least one.
So what happens at a Yugo tournament?
You play Yu-Gi-Oh
you link up and play Yu-Gi-Oh.
in a tournament format.
No,
Wait,
how do you play
pause.
this?
That's what I was going to say. So Yu-Gi-Oh was the card game.
Yes, the
Yeah,
card game.
yeah.
Not Pokemon, the other card game. How do I explain it?
Aren't they the same thing?
Don't do that. They're like, don't do that. Nah, look. I know you're doing it for the pod and that. Like, I can tell you. No, I can tell you what Yu-Gi-Oh is without you having to say that. Like, you don't have to do that, bro.
No,
You touched the nerve.
Nah, you know what? You're on a 3-strike system, G.
You can't put me on a
No, I put you on. It's the 3-man step
You know
today.
you're on 2-strike right now.
No,
It's the 3-man step today.
You're on 3-strike as well.
What?
Don't be speaking to me like that.
So everyone's on giving each other.
And I can't
this
get those
episode, every man's on 3-strike. First one to lose, we'll discuss.
We'll just
Yeah,
alright, fair enough.
We'll discuss.
But anyway, without after that blasphemy, basically like, cool. So you have one player, you have another player. The aim of the game is to get your opponent down to 0 life points.
Okay.
How you do that?
You start with? How many points do they start with?
In the anime, because it's based off an anime, they do 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah.
How long are games?
Huh?
How long are games?
We'll get to that, big
Okay,
man.
cool. Go on.
Your class is in session. Don't interrupt the teacher.
Hey,
That's one strike.
That's a strike.
That's a strike.
I'm flipping on you. It's a strike.
That's a
No,
strike.
that's
It's a strike. It's a strike.
Alright, cool. We're both on strikes.
No, I'm
we're
Before you
all
continue-
strikers.
Before you
We're
continue,
all strikers, innit?
I want you to know that's a strike for you. I don't have any strikes. I'm the headmaster.
No, you're
I'm
on the
headmaster.
strike. You're on the
No,
strike.
I do not want to be in a school where he's headmaster. I'm not coming to that school, G. I'm not coming to that school. But
Go
cool.
on, sorry, continue.
So it's 4,000 in the anime. Real life is 8,000. How you reduce the life points is a thing called battle. But to get to battle, we need to talk about the different card types. So there's monsters, spells, and traps. Monsters do the attacking. They have attack points. They have defense points. Spells, they kind of like just sort of help your deck. Traps are sort of like to usually repel what the opponent's doing. So let's take it to football. Let's say your monsters are your attackers. Your spell cards are your midfielders. Your trap cards and your trap cards are the goalkeeper and defense.
Okay.
So what the traps do, if your opponent is getting onto you or whatever, you have your traps to maybe stop that or stop attacks or all of that stuff. Spells will be more to like help your monsters, midfielders feed the attackers.
Yeah.
Then the monsters, they do the damage.
Okay, cool.
So
How do you get, like you were saying, so
Cool.
how do you go from 4,000 to 0?
So that's battle. Your monsters, because they have attack and defense points, they will attack you directly or attack an opponent's monster.
Oh, okay.
And then this is where maths gets into it, because there's a lot of maths, there's a lot of English, a lot of reading.
Yeah.
So let's say I have a monster. Let me just use my ace card, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I have my Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon on the field.
Yeah.
And it attacks your, let's say, Kariba. I don't know if you watched Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day.
Nah, I never watched
Cool.
that.
A Kariba, that has like 200 defense points. Oh, sorry, 300 attack points, 200 defense. So if it's in the attack position, and my monster, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, who has 2,500 attack, If that attacks the Karibo, you do the maths. So 2,500 take away 300. Then whatever the answer is, 2,200, you take that away from your life points. If I were to attack you directly, it's just 2,500 to your 8,000. And then you do the maths from there. That's how you lose the life points. And then, you know, you keep on attacking until it goes down to 0.
Okay.
That's the very simple version, because like I said, you have spells, you have traps to stop those things happening or make it a bit harder. That's where the games then become a bit longer.
Yeah, cool. So there are 2 different versions of playing it. You've got the basic version, and then you've got the one with all the spells and stuff.
There's one version, yeah.
Okay,
but I explained it simply because...
Not including all the other stuff.
Yeah, because most games, they do include all the other stuff, and then it gets a bit longer, because if I'm attacking you, and then there's a trap which says, oh, when someone attacks, negate that attack. Which means cancel, by the way. Not trying to insult you guys' intelligence, but I'm just saying, as a kid, I'm seeing the word negate. I'm thinking, what the hell does that mean? Yeah. Then you learn as you grow up, oh, it means cancel.
Okay.
Teaches you a lot of words. Like, did you guys know what the word excavate means?
No.
Yeah. Yugo taught me that.
What does it mean?
I think it's to take the top card of, like, your top cards of your deck and then just sort of, like, put them in the graveyard, essentially. So graveyard is where your dead cards go.
So just put them in a split, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Long story short.
Or I thought,
you had to put it in urban because there's
I think you look at the card before you put it in the spliff, of course. Yeah. But if there's any Yu-Gi-Oh watchers watching this, excavate is a word that still baffles me. Feel free to put it in the comments. You man are on YouTube, right?
YouTube, Spotify.
YouTube. Yeah, put it in the comments, man. Right, tell the people what excavate means.
Okay. So how long is the average game? How long is the average game? Well, it varies.
Yeah, it varies. But in a tournament, the ones I went to back in Ports, they gave you 45 minutes for 3 games. So obviously if games carried over and that, they just do who has the least life points by the time they say time's up. Yeah. And then man.
You go from there.
Yeah, I'll be very honest. I'm not here to lie to the people. I lost a lot. I lost a lot of matches.
It takes a man to say that.
Yeah.
You come here on live, we didn't.
But I'll be honest. It was like me. I'd say I'm like, cool. Let's bring it to ball. I say I'm Luton coming into the Premier League, and then I'm facing a bunch of Chelseas, Man Cities, Arsenals.
So them man sweating out, basically.
Bro. Someone said they paid more for their cards. They spent more on their cards than their rent. When I heard that, I was just like, hey, you know what? These losses don't feel as bad anymore.
Yeah. Are the cards expensive? Like, surely if you find super rare cards, some of them will have like 10.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. But one guy was going through his deck. I was like, oh, how much does that cost? Like, one card. One guy was just like, oh, cool. So this one's like 60. This one's 90. This one's like 120. And a deck can be from 40 to 60 cards. So you man do the maths.
Yeah. How much was your deck?
Huh?
How much was your deck?
I don't know. I had to do a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of trading, Like at first, interestingly enough, how I got my main deck, I'll bring it back to, I guess that's been here before actually. Pat's MB, shout him out, my brother. I actually got him to get me a legendary duelist pack, I believe. It had three decks. I obviously wanted one of them. Then I gave one to my ex. Pain. And then I gave
Have you got it back?
No.
Oh, tough.
I mean, look, she can keep it, man. I big her up though. She can keep it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man, it's not a bad terms thing. But I gave one to her, and then I gave one to my other boy. I was just using the odd eyes thing, innit? I go back to my odd eyes Pendulum Dragon. So that's how it started. I got him to actually collect it for me because they came to my house, and you know Royal Mail, absolute waste, man. Because you know when they
Royal Mail, DPD, all of you.
You know when they come and deliver something, but you're not there. Usually they just leave it by the side.
It back to depot.
Yeah, they took it all the way back.
Pissed.
So Patrick, he went and like collected it for me, and yeah, that's how that deck started. And then, you know, some trades in college, add some cards in, you know, scraveling, scrounging for people like, oh, that card could help my deck. What, you're not using it? You're trying to send that my way? And some man will be like, oh, well, this card costs like £1 if you're trying to, you know, if you're trying to.
So man, we're hustling Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's that real, bro.
That was the
There's
real
bread in it,
hustle.
though. There's money in it.
Yeah, there's money in it.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
So a couple of them, man. Then obviously going to ports and expanding more on my deck, learning more about the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Some man were, you know, what's the word? Gracious enough to send me some cards. Others, you know, a bit more moving and shaking. So I couldn't really tell you exactly how much I spent on it. Honestly, it's like a journey. It's not just cool. I paid this much for a deck and then that's that. Nah, man.
Yeah.
It evolves.
Would you ever want to work out how much your deck's actually worth, though?
Maybe one day. Today is not that day, though.
Okay, because you're still trying to expand your deck right now, isn't it? I'm guessing.
Yeah, man, but it's sad to know that at the moment the Odd Eyes archetype is nowhere near the meta. So, you know, if I wanted to go to a tournament with it, I'd get spanked. Just straight spankings.
We're gonna put on the screen. Help for shades.
Yeah, man. Help, man.
for
This...
shades.
What cards do I even need?
We're gonna help you get the cards that you need. That's all. That's what this episode is also about. We're gonna help you get the deck that you need.
So name 3 cards you need right now.
I'd say Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon.
Was that one card?
Wait.
Huh?
Was that one card? Was the card you just said, was that one card? Or dice?
Yeah, Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon.
Well, that's dramatic.
Like my ace card I talked about before was Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. No, this one's Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon.
Okay.
And then, what else? I'd say I have one Forbidden Drop, or do I have 2 Forbidden Droplets? I'd probably need a Forbidden Droplet. That card is very useful. Then for the third one, I probably might have to do some more research. Because there's just certain like staple cards that you can just splash into any deck that can really take the levels up.
Innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, man said I'm actually talking about Yugo on a podcast, like on camera.
Bro, this is what
Live and
happens,
direct.
isn't it?
Yeah, man. 3-man-step.
Whoa. Where's your face on here? Are you gonna put your face on here? Should we
My
edit your
face?
face on for the episode?
Yeah, of course, man.
Same.
Just run that.
We'll make it
3-man-step. Yeah, man.
The way you're saying this 3-man-step, I don't like it.
Bro's giving me the side eye, like, don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Nah, but let's get into ball, man.
Yeah, man. Let's start balling.
You know what? You give us.
But before you start, which shirt are you picking for us?
Dan,
Oh, what were you talking about?
We're gonna talk about ball, but you pick which shirt are you gonna
because
put on, the
I had a
Chelsea
plan.
one or the?
No, because what it is like when we're talking Premier League, I put on the Chelsea.
But Luton are Premier League. Luton are Premier League.
But before they were Premier League, they were EFL.
Okay, we can talk EFL.
So when we talk EFL,
we never talk EFL in here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm here, innit?
I know ball, but man don't know EFL.
We can talk EFL.
Exactly. Obviously, you know, following Luton a bit more, because being the mayor of Luton, I can't big up the town and just forget the football
1 second.
team.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Before
Like-
you continue, I know there's a shorty right now squinting her face saying, why is he the mayor of Luton?
Well, you know, I rep Luton with my chest, innit? Like, I got cussed out on Twitter for roughly 2 years now. You know, or I'm always repping Luton. Even in some of my tunes, my unreleased tunes, I don't know when they're gonna be released, but just know they exist. You know, at the start of it, you know, it's always Luton, big up Luton, trying to get out of the hood. You know, Luton are next up. You know, I'm just always repping Luton. I took it upon myself to be the mayor of Luton. Do you know why? Because there are a lot of content creators. Okay, not a lot, but some content creators that have history in Luton, but they don't always make that clear. And I feel like that should stop, personally. If you're from Luton, if you spent a good amount of time there, I believe you should claim it. You know, if people can come from Peckham, people can come from Brixton.
These are the 2-man step, are not Shades.
If 3-man step. But if people can come from East London and say it with chest, I don't know why I can't say I'm from Luton. and say your chest. I don't know why.
No, the thing is, you can say it, it's just that no one else on Twitter is really from Luton, so you don't have a backing. Whereas everyone, if you go on Twitter, majority of people from East, majority of people from South, but
look, even on Twitter, I've seen people from Luton on Twitter, and you know what? They're not really screaming they're from Luton like that. I'm not here to say names. I'm not here to draw anyone out. But
Luton is a place which deserves to be claimed?
100%. We are next up. We are in the Premier League. The scenery is beautiful, and even if you
don't lie, don't come and lie.
Where
in Luton? Tell me, give me a spot.
Where in Luton?
Yeah, give me a spot.
Ooh, I can't remember if it was the New Bedford Road. I can't remember if it's the New Bedford Road or the Old Bedford Road. You know what? Both the Bedford Roads. Stopsley's a pretty nice place, you know. LU2, them sides, they've got some good stuff up there, man. If you want, you know, scenery. Oh my days, Wardown Park. Good lord, what a beautiful park. That is elite parkery, bro. Like that.
This segment is called the Discovery of Luton.
Yeah, Wardown Park. Oh my days. On a sunny day, walk through there. Good lord. Dates, picnics. Oh man.
So what dates? What, you're speaking from experience then?
Yeah, I've been on a date in Wardown Park. It was good stuff, huh?
A little picnic or a walk?
Nah, I think the picnic was Stopsley Park, another good park, you know. And then, you know, Wardown, took a walk through there. It's just great vibes, man. You know, I think, what's it? Do they got a river in there? I think they got a river there. Yeah. Not the best looking river, but the River Thames, let's just... you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, man, that's good scenery in Luton. And obviously, if you want to go to places with a bit more character, you know, you got Lucy Farm, you got Marsh Farm, you know. Sometimes you don't...
In terms of character, what do you mean, though?
In terms of character?
Yeah, character.
What do you mean by character?
I mean, I'm from Lucy Farm and I got plenty of character, you know. If you want to meet more people with their own unique characters, yeah, come Lucy, come Marsh.
Yeah, you might go Lucy Farm, innit?
Go Marsh Farm.
What do you mean by you're not trying to go there as well?
We were in Lucy Farm earlier.
Me personally, I was in Lucy earlier, but I don't have a reason to be in those places.
Okay, how was your stay in Lucy Farm? Tell me. Don't lie to the people.
What do you mean? How was my stay in Lucy Farm? I grabbed the juice and I left.
No,
exactly. If you want to grab juice, go Lucy Farm and you know. Where is it now?
Linked up with Shadez. He dropped his first.
He collapsed.
You see this tropical vibes, yeah. 99p.
Hey, what is happening?
Look. I worked in London for a bit. I go in the corner shop. I ask them how much is tropical vibes. £1.20. You see this? Luton, 99p. London, £1.20. I don't know what more I have to say. Come Luton, bro. You'll have a lovely time. Look, see, I'm even smiling when I think about it. That's why I'm the mayor of Luton. I rep my town. It's such a lovely place to go. Obviously, big up LU1 as well, Farley Hill and them sides, you know. I'm just not trying to forget anywhere, man.
So. No. If you're not trying to forget, name more parts of Luton, innit? Like,
yeah, to make every part of Luton.
Yeah,
it's like LU1 to LU4. Obviously, these man,
we're not doing this on the pod.
These man, they're from LU5. They don't wanna be a part of Luton. All right, you man stay over there.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here.
Man that are listening know that LU5 is not part of Luton.
I say you guys should claim it because there's not really much going on over there.
That's what you say.
Look, if you guys don't want to claim it, it's fine. I'm not here to force anyone. I'm just the mayor of Luton. I'm not. Yeah, man. But come Luton, bro. You'll have a lovely time. And obviously, if you want to see ladies, Johns, if you wanna see people looking like me, I know I'm a very good-looking guy. Then come Luton, innit? Like,
oh my god,
there's more where this came from, innit?
Wow. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. Let's get into the ball.
Yeah,
let's get into the ball,
man.
Now he's told the people why he's mayor of Luton.
Yeah, man.
They get me simple.
Nice. Come Luton, bro.
First question.
It wasn't even brief. That was in depth.
Yeah, man. I care about this.
So how long have you been following Luton for?
How long have I been following Luton? I'll be honest.
For how long?
So, guys, don't kill me. I'm here to be real with you guys. I wasn't actually born in Luton.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
But
the mayor was born there.
I was born in Tottenham, but guess what? My parents looked at that place and said, "We have to get out of here."
We was told a different story. Apparently, he went for OFB recruitment.
Oh wait, no.
And he didn't make the cut.
Listen.
So obviously, Headie was saying, "Yo, if man sees the shoot on the ends again, then."
So at his young age, he forced his parents to move him out of London.
So people just want to come on podcasts and lie. All right, fair enough. No, this is how it actually went down. Basically, I was growing up in that, and then my parents were just like, "Let's move out." Where Headie 1 comes into this is because obviously you guys should already know me, but if you don't know me, I have pretty decent lyrical ability. I was saying, if I had that same lyrical ability and I still stayed in Tottenham, I could have been Headie too. I'll be honest, man, I really could have been Headie too. I see myself being Headie too. I don't know what RV would have done if I stayed, but yeah, man.
Say something to RV right now. Huh? Tell RV something in the camera right now.
Hey RV, what you saying, man? Yeah, obviously I might not look like I'm saying it with chest, but I do believe if I did stay in Tottenham, I would have been Headie too. And you probably would have, who else is in there? Like Loki, Cushion them, man. I think you would have been a bit more closer to them. Obviously I would have been rolling with Headie 1, it could have been Headie 1, Headie 2, but
no. But would you have called yourself
respectfully though? You're a nice guy.
Pause. Would you have called yourself Headie 2?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? This is all hindsight.
No, but if RV wanted to scrap you,
he'd 100% win. Look, I'm a verbalist. I don't like violence at all. But I'm here to talk my talk, innit?
Yeah, 100%. Is there anyone you'd call out for fighting?
Anyone I call out for fighting?
Say like a YouTube boxing or like if everyone on the timeline had a fight. And you had to call someone out. Who would you call out?
There is someone I would scrap on the timeline. But I'm not here to give them any clout, I don't really have hate in my heart, but like, if I did want to punch up someone on the timeline, it would be my man, innit?
Who's my man?
I'm not here to say names.
You don't say no names?
Yeah.
Nah, but his face.
And there was someone else in uni that I really should have punched up. I don't know, man. I'm 23 now. I've not really had a fight. So if I were to get in a fight, I'm not really sure what would happen. Like, would I get punched up, or would all those years of anger, violations that I've held, because I've held a few violations. We're
gonna ask everyone on Insta.
Everyone does.
If Shadez was to get punched up, would he win or would he lose? Me personally,
no respect. You see what it is, yeah. If you ask people on Insta, they'd probably, I don't know. I've been going gym. So I'm a bit hencher. I don't know if that changes people's opinions, but I think they'll probably say I would get punched up. But then maybe that would fuel whatever violence comes out should I ever be in a fight. But I like to avoid violent situations.
So you're more the peacemaker then?
Yeah, I like peace. Peace is good.
Peace
like,
is
choose peace in life.
Okay.
This is from the Mayor of Luton in life. Choose peace.
Really good. Okay, we need to get to the ball. Let's talk about the ball.
Yeah,
we've got the man's tangents. Okay, calm. I've got a question. Where are Luton finishing this season in the Premier?
Where are Luton?
Yeah, there you
man
go.
Are making. I don't know if you've ever had this on the podcast.
No, it's the first time.
Bro, I'm the first guy to ever take off clothes on.
Please, just take the shot, edit.
And people will think, why is he doing this? Is what I'm doing.
Wait, hold on. I don't watch the trim.
It's fine.
Flipping that.
Okay.
All right, cool. So where are Luton finishing? Now, if I'm being optimistic, I do believe we could finish mid-table. If I'm being realistic, I think maybe like 16th to 14th. I do think we're staying up. I think we have enough to stay up.
Bombastic side eye.
The way we're run as a club, like we live within our means, but we have people that can kick balls small. But when you come to the Kenny, it's war. It's really war. Like, we're not trying to play football. We're trying to have war. And then once we've unsettled you guys and we see an opening, then we'll start playing some football. But yeah, man, I really think we are staying up. I think we can definitely stay up. Everyone has us going down. But last season, everyone had us going down. They thought we'd get relegated or be in that relegation dogfight, and you know what happened?
But the
Promotion.
Premier League's a different ball game, you know.
Wait.
But we're a different team to most in the Prem. That suits us.
I can't lie. I say first season, I'm with him. I think they stay up. Second season, they get found out. Sheffield United team and go straight back down. That's what I think's gonna happen. Because first season, he's right. Kenilworth Road is tight. It's difficult to play at. They're physical. You see what they did in the playoffs? They weren't
until Jack Grealish brings it back.
No, but they're not going to play in
Okay,
City.
but
they're not playing
you're
City
talking
every
about
week.
Man City.
Yeah,
even Fulham will give you work.
No,
Nah,
it's
not
difficult.
Fulham.
It's difficult
Not
for certain
Fulham,
teams to come and play that. They're basically the new Stoke.
Because when we
okay.
All that.
In
Stoke
terms of the
Burton,
ground,
I
is
mean,
closed,
and how
everything,
physical
yeah.
the team is.
I mean, we play a bit better football than what Stoke did back then. But
the principle, the principle. What I'm trying to say.
we make it hard for the opposition because Luton we play with character. Like the people we assemble, the whole Luton ethos is that they really tried to kick us out. They really tried to eradicate us. We're used to being the underdogs. We're used to the hard life. I don't know if you guys know this. The 2008 to 9 season.
They were going bust.
Yeah, they were going.
Not going bust.
This in 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not even that we were going bust. They gave us a 30-point deduction.
Yeah, that's because you were going bust.
Oh yeah, because we were going bust. Yeah, 30-point deduction. You want to know what we did? We came out with a trophy. At the end of that season,
They beat AFC.
we came out.
They were meant to join Dons that year.
Yeah.
They were meant to combine as a club that year.
Yeah, we ended up winning a trophy. 30-point deduction. You know, Spurs they don't know what a trophy is. We know what a trophy is. So I'm just saying, like, I just think everyone has us down for the count, and that's where we thrive as a club. The players themselves, like we sign characters. We're not just, even this summer, we're not just gonna sign anyone.
So what, man from Lucy Farm and Marsh Farm playing the team? You said character earlier, didn't it? So
Look, man, if they're successful enough, who knows?
why not?
They hold trials and they're successful enough. Yeah, man, who knows?
Why not?
No, it's interesting, man. We'll see. I say, personally, I don't think they cement. I think they go up.
Bro.
If they're up in it, I don't think they're cementing themselves there.
The second season.
This year's gonna
I'm
be a good
openly
season for the
saying
City.
it. I'm a Luton hater, innit?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
openly saying it.
I can already tell by his demeanor. Like, I can just,
His second team's Dons.
My second team, MK Don.
That's his second team.
oh, it makes
That's what
sense.
first. He's been coming home and away, up and down the country.
Very, very unserious club. Why did you do that to yourself?
But why? No. Okay, let's have this. Why are they unserious? Chat to me.
No. Why? Okay.
You know what?
No. Are they serious?
From a Luton.
No. Do you guys think they're serious?
Of course.
Right now.
Why are they serious?
No, let's be real.
Okay.
Right now, as a football club, they're not taking serious steps.
But they're not taking
To everyone
But when were they serious?
No. Let me explain to you. Innit? The club is making a loss, so the owner's not caring about the club as much as he is because the stadium, the ground. They've done so many things from the outside. It makes so much money. If the club were making a loss, he would probably pattern it up. He doesn't really. The owner's not been caring that much, and that's why we've been shit for the last couple of seasons. Last season we should have gone up. Championship, we cement ourselves. I'm not saying we're going to the Premier League, but we just need a season in the Championship. Attendance would get better. We'd attract better players because our facilities are better than like majority of other clubs. We'll be fine.
But I'm sure you've had a season in the Championship.
We have, and it was awful because we recruited terribly.
Why were you recruiting terribly though?
But it just happens, innit? You can't.
I can't say the same for Luton. We've been recruiting very well.
100%. But everyone has times when they recruit terribly. Dons are there. They've been shit. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. They've been shit. But I do think they'll get it right, and when they get it right, it's long.
Why do you think they'll get it right?
Because
and when do you think that could be?
I don't know when. I don't know. No, listen. I don't know when. But everything. Okay, look at the club from an outside point of view. Yeah, it's a laughing stock to everybody else, isn't it? I get it. Whatever. Whatever. But really and truly, when they get it right, which they will eventually, they will get it right. It will be long. And if they get investment from outside as well, it will be long as well. Look at foreign investors. Alright, cool.
Are there signs that you will get it right sometime soon?
Yes.
And what are those signs?
That we've literally had players from the first team, England internationals, going on to play in Champions League finals. We've not.
I know you're talking about Dele Alli.
Of course, I'm talking about.
Okay,
them.
but who else?
Well, as in, who else is come from George Bulldog, played in the Premier League, cemented himself in the Premier
What,
League?
the Sheffield United one?
Yeah, he's there again, no? Okay. Who's from Luton? Tell me who from Luton has done that.
Henry Lansbury got released.
Who from Luton has done what?
Got to the heights of Delhi.
No one. Okay, that's just one guy.
And Dons have been a club for 20 odd years. That's what I'm trying to show you people, that yeah, it's a laughing stock now, but when they get it right, in my opinion, it'll be long for everyone.
But I want to know, obviously,
Yeah,
I'm not concrete Dons fan.
100%.
What is why can't Luton and Dons just collide together?
Why would we do that?
Why can't they just
What do you
be
mean?
friends?
Why can't
we be
why
friends,
can't
but
the
Arsenal-
no,
Arsenal
why
can't be
can't the
friends?
Bloods and Crips be friends?
Yeah, why can't Arsenal and
It's
Tottenham be
not-
friends?
Why can't racism just end?
Why can't Arsenal and Tottenham be friends?
Yeah, why can't
That's
Arsenal
a
and
vegan
Tottenham?
thing.
It's the
bro.
same
That's a
principle.
vegan
They're
thing.
local to us. You get me? Obviously, I live.
So what? Okay.
Wait, why don't Manchester City and United combine?
Get
Make
it.
a
No.
super team.
Let me
What?
ask you this. So what? Is it crashy every time Dons, MK Dons?
They haven't played each other in a minute.
No. But if they play, is it crashy?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably.
I mean,
Yeah, probably.
I don't really know if they have fans like that.
Yeah, no,
for it
100.
to be, to be crashy.
Yeah.
But-
I hear the whole fan thing as well.
But in theory, yes.
Yeah.
I'm there for it then.
I mean, like, let's be real. We have to spend 10 million to do up our ground to meet Premier League requirements.
Nobody asked you though.
No, that's what I'm saying. We could have just ground shared with these guys. Why didn't we do that? Think about it.
Well, we didn't let you either. It wasn't just that. It was a bit of both, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, exactly. No, that makes the point even better. It's a bit of both.
It's a bit of
We
both.
didn't want to share with them. They didn't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. True say.
Just notice adapting. We're spending 10. We'd rather spend 10 million
Instead of
Great
having-
British pounds than collab with them.
Because I can't lie, Luton could probably get not 30,000 capacity, but you could therefore rise.
Did you not see what we took to Wembley?
Now, of course, again, let me can I break
some
this
of
down
them
for
Luton fans that went
Let's be
for
honest,
Wembley,
yeah. This is how it works.
They went for vibes.
Listen. Let's be honest. This is how it works, yeah.
And if we were in the Premier League, is that not vibes?
100%, Luton.
okay.
But it's
right.
how it works. You see, they're like Luton. The attachment of Luton is a big ass area, and Dons weren't a club for that long. The outside Luton, you had Watford. Then you go all the way to like Northampton. Look at that area. That's probably like 500,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
true,
Who could all potentially support a football team.
Yeah.
So majority of them up to Hemel,
St Albans.
St Albans, even you go to Hull and Bletchley, Milton Keynes, they're all Luton fans.
They're Luton fans.
And they're Luton itself, the city. So their fan base is always going to be mad. Which makes sense.
like on the train
Of
to
course
the
it's gonna
playoff
make
final. We kind of saw it a bit, like people getting on from like Harpenden,
Yeah, all over.
Luton shirts, St Albans,
Yeah.
Luton shirts.
It's true.
Well, even in London, man with Luton shirts. So
I'll be real. When we're going back, I saw some of them get off in stops in London. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, probably. That wouldn't surprise me. But now, obviously, in all seriousness, the achievement is crazy. Like, no one can knock the achievement that Luton have done at a football club. You can't knock it.
You know, I respect it.
Yeah, you can't
Them
knock
man are gonna get slammed like a bad beat next season. I
That
promise
is not happening.
it. You
I
think so?
promise you.
No, you know what?
You know what? We can come back.
Realistically, cool. Some of the top 6 sides might. I say might
Yeah.
because even without Luton
Tottenham will
being
lose.
here,
Tottenham will lose that kind of.
You've-
I can see that happening already.
you know, like in the Premier League, you've seen some teams really just come to some little sides and
Yeah, absolutely.
have a very hard time.
Nah, you're right.
You man are lucky Leicester aren't there. You would have piped them. You would have piped. You man would
Nah,
have
Leicester
drugged them.
deserve to go down.
And
Goodness
Southampton.
gracious me.
You man are the new Southampton. If you go past this season, you'll be the new Southampton. 100%.
We'll see it. We'll see.
We'll definitely see, innit?
We'll see.
But I just can't wait for you lot to go down.
Wow. Haters already.
I'm a massive hater.
We're in the Premier League, man. Where the haters are really there.
You haven't given us your final prediction of where you think you'll finish.
No, you talk. You
What?
I
So
said
you're
between
saying-
16th to 14th, realistically.
Yeah.
Optimistically, mid-table.
16th to 14th.
I think mid-table's crazy. I think it is. But then again, I feel like the Premier League gets slightly weakened. As in the standard of football's got better. No, the standard of
You've
football's...
got Brighton.
No, listen.
I'm glad you
saying-
said this.
I'm
There's
saying-
2 words. The
This-
2 words, that's the reason why
Okay,
people
go
are saying this.
Okay, go on. What's the
Football
reasons?
heritage.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hate that.
Okay.
I think
hate
it's
it.
done.
Okay. You think it's done?
I think football heritage is done, especially this season.
Well, let me finish. I mean, in terms of how Brighton, teams like Brighton, Brentford, obviously Newcastle with the money and everything they've got, of course, they've actually started playing ball. better than they've ever had in their club's history. But what I'm saying is, like, you want to see. I can't lie. I like football heritage. I do. I think it's important. And certain games and certain teams do. Their home grounds are certain things that deserve to be in the Premier League. I genuinely believe.
I despise it.
Fair enough, innit?
Do you know why I despise it?
Why?
Because I like this new state of football where it's more of a meritocracy. Okay. If you are good enough to be where you are, you will be where you are. I feel like football heritage is kind of like the opposite to that. For example, you see Real Madrid's run to the Champions League last year, 2022. I think that was the last instance of like football heritage. They had no right to beat PSG, but they did. Football heritage. They had no right to beat us, if I'm being honest. Chelsea.
They weren't that good.
Sorry, yeah, Chelsea.
Wait, pause. Let's pause. I'll put like the weight. You know the little like weigh-ins music when you got on the phone.
Yeah, the
Chelsea. Once you put your shirt back on.
Oh wait, yeah. I mean,
wait, no. Are we coming back to Luton? Or we more or less started it?
No, we'll probably go back to Luton.
But anyways, as for now.
This guy really wore t-shirts.
Yeah, there's no rules. All right, so they had no right. Flipping, where's the back? Yeah, they had no right to beat us, Chelsea. Why? Because the first leg, calm, 3-1. You man should really be through. They have no right to let us even get a sniff of the victory. If we're being honest, because they did that, they didn't deserve to win. Let's be real. But they got through us. Manchester City, I don't know how they weathered that storm, but they did. Football heritage. And then Liverpool in the final, they got peppered by Liverpool for 90 minutes. And then one moment of magic, which of course in football sometimes that's all it takes. One moment of magic, they won the trophy. I didn't like that because they didn't deserve it, but they got it because football heritage. But this past season now, I think it's destroyed it.
You think football heritage is gone?
Essentially.
You see what you're saying? I'm also with like basically Americanized. Basically, you know how you're saying it's basically more American. I would because I'm only saying in terms of media and how teams are more set up now. Players are a bit more free, like players on filthy and literally that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's still hints of certain teams that I would prefer to see in the Premier League than other teams right now. Like in my personal opinion, I'd rather see a team like I don't know. I would rather see Leeds. I'd rather see Sheffield Wednesday in the Prem over like Brighton. But I get what Brighton are doing after they played amazing football. But that's just my opinion.
No, that's fair. I understand it. I disagree with it. I'd rather see a Brighton in the Premier League because clearly they deserve to be there. You see what they're doing.
My thing with Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday, these men don't compete. Brighton are gonna give you against Brighton. You don't know what you're getting, but you know they play good football. You feel me? Whereas Sheffield United now, they're gonna get rallied by someone at least.
No, you see Sheffield United. The Sheffield United you're gonna see, I can 95% guarantee what you see this season of Sheffield United will be different to what you remember. And I just think that's the way football's going. Like, teams don't just win on their name anymore. Yeah, that's what I mean by football. Like, it's all a part of it.
No, I get you.
And I just, you're like, what's it? Sam Allardyce. He came back to Leeds. And everyone said, yeah, football heritage. This is what he does. No, he's going to save them.
In my opinion, he got 4 games. If he got 10, I reckon he would probably kept him up.
I don't know.
You can't do much in 4 games.
Nah.
You can't change.
No, I don't think he saved them still.
Dick Advocat had enough games at Sunderland and he done his thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But even Sunderland's another example. Their football heritage was we will just about survive the drop no matter what happens.
Yeah, because we're Sunderland. Yeah,
because we're Sunderland. And that ran out. I feel like in this day and age,
Big Sam was doing it for how many years?
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. That was football heritage. Big Sam staying up somehow all the time is football heritage. Football heritage would be Leicester not going down. But in my humble opinion,
that.
You see, it's weird because I'm halfway through it, but I understand it and I do slightly enjoy it. But at the same time, it's just the big games is what you want to watch, innit? And I'm a sucker for like good atmospheres and like proper fucking Brexit football.
No, you know what? I understand that to be fair. Because like I don't like football heritage, but sometimes I'll be real. There's just some games that I just feel like this feels right.
Exactly.
It feels right.
Exactly.
I hear
it.
I feel. Do you know what I feel?
But
I feel like
in general, I just don't know, man.
I feel like
I do get
maybe the Premier League doesn't have it, but every time I watch Champions League, it's like man's like, yeah. But imagine you had that atmosphere in Champions League now in the Prem. Football heritage is still there.
Yeah.
Because if you've got the crowd backing you 90 minutes, but you never have that in the Prem. Which club in the Prem do you know that sings for 90
But then again, that's probably just for big games. Like Champions League nights, Anfield's going to be popping when they're playing Madrid at home. It's probably not going to be popping if they're playing Bournemouth.
No, you know what? No, let's keep it Champions League. Liverpool ain't gonna be popping if they're playing Ludogorets. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Their man are not. They're not rocking for Ludogorets, my guy.
No, but then Ludogorets at home now.
Yeah, their fans will be popping.
Yeah, they will be up because that's a big game for them.
Yeah, but then when they're playing in the Bulgarian Premier League or whatever it is,
what next team?
Yeah, their fans are not really turning up like that.
No, it's real.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like
when you say Americanized, I hear it. I feel like you're even seeing a lot of American owners coming in now.
Yeah,
like,
even with those sorry, no, finish.
You got Burnley. Like, I feel like. Do you see, like, it's kind of like got a baseball feel about it, the way some of the clubs are run and everything as well. I feel like they're trying to push a lot of promotion and marketing into football clubs than actual money. Like, how are you spending 600 mil in one transfer window? No direct to Chelsea fans, of course, but you're spending 600 mil and you can't get football right. And nobody can tell me, oh, the players didn't gel. I'm not hearing that.
I mean,
you don't spend 600 mil and you're telling me you can't tell any of them brothers, yo, put the ball in the back of the net.
I'll be I'm a big
believer. You're that price tag for a reason. You're making impact at clubs.
Let me just put it simply. Structurally, Chelsea was a mess this season. We're not going to lie. Throw any amount of money in a terrible structure, you will get terrible results.
I don't believe that.
That's true.
Spend nothing in a terrible structure, you still get terrible results. If a terrible structure means terrible results.
And honestly, to deep it back, if Abramovich was here, this will never happen. They'll probably be up there with C. Let's be honest. If in my opinion, if Abramovich was still owner, they'll be pound. But obviously, the whole.
I'll be so honest. Even if Abramovich was still there, it would have happened. It just would have been delayed a bit more.
Do you think this was happen if Abramovich was still there?
I feel like this season, it was in the works. It's just what Abramovich did in his like structure. It was delaying it. But it was all bound to happen. Like, the moves we were making, the people we were letting... Like, for example, right, Chelsea fans on Twitter will argue tooth and nail that there was some magical reason why it happened the way it did. Our centre-back issue in 2021, we have Tomori, we have Guehi. We decide to sell them off.
Quickly, when did you get rid of Rudiger?
Huh?
Was that
2022. But it leads on to that. So we have Guehi, Tomori, two young, promising, great potential. You can just see them exploding in Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%.
We decide to let them go because we can't give them game time or whatever. Then you have Christensen and Rudiger on the last year of their contracts. If you're going to let those two youngsters go and sell them, you have to keep these two.
You have to, yeah.
Or if you want to let one go, if you want to let those two go, you have to keep two of them. Or at the very least, one.
And then if you keep that one, you have to make a signing identical to that player.
Yeah, and you know what? Even in that 2021, we had Levi Colwell coming up as well, but that's a totally different situation. I hope when this new ownership we get right, we'll have to see how the summer goes. But yeah, you let those two go, and you've got two guys that are just like, cool. We've got Rudiger, we've got Christensen. These are gonna be our guys in it, but they got 1 year left. You have to, no matter what, tie their man down. If you're letting these guys go.
Yeah, 100%.
100.
I don't care what excuses they want to give me. Sanctions this. Bearing in mind, the sanctions happened February, March times. If you're in the last year of the contract, I'm sorry. If you really want to tie them down, you get it sorted before then.
Yeah, 100.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you get it sorted before then.
Yeah.
So people trying to use sanctions as an excuse. Me personally, I'm not trying to hear it. But anyway, you let those two promising youngsters go. You say, these are our guys. Cool. But then you let them both leave on a free. Like, just stupid decisions like that they've been happening under Abramovich and that like ownership or whatnot. So yeah, this season was gonna happen. Maybe it would have been delayed, of course, because Chelsea fans were very impatient. We live in the now, sort of things.
Because all of you growing up, that's what you had. You had Champions League, FA Cup, there. It's not. There's no rebuild with Chelsea. It's
exactly. But this is the thing. It's like you could see that football was starting to change, and I just think Abramovich was still stuck in the hire and fire. Will always get a trophy in this, and even the Champions League. I'll obviously take the Champions League. I'll never regret a Champions League or whatnot. But just winning that trophy was still like sort of tricking our fans into thinking this model works.
Yeah.
This model will keep on working. It won't fail us. Little did they know we haven't won a Prem since 2017.
Yeah.
And it's just like it wasn't alarming enough to people, in my opinion. So this whole thing, obviously, it was a mess with Bowley and them man there. But it kind of just exposed kind of like everything. Because I feel like any Chelsea fan with a brain, we've made terrible mistakes this season. But it's also a result of accumulation of accumulation of terrible mistakes.
The one thing I agree with pretty much everything you said. The only one thing I'm going to say is when you talk about the sanctions, even though they came out in February, March times, they were definitely playing way before that. As in, like, he's definitely fighting them cases with the sanctioning, but just behind closed doors. So all of that happening.
Actually, what happened was because the invasion is what triggered everything.
That's what I'm saying.
They knew
the been happening. The invasion was happening for time. Like the invasion for the place in Ukraine. That's not just today. They just got basically ignited again today. But he's been funding them for a minute.
Oh no, of course. Well, I don't know if he's been funding them or not. But he has.
Allegedly, he's been funding them.
The fact that he has connections.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. They knew about his connections to it. Back then, they just turned a blind eye because it wasn't news like that, and it's money. Yeah,
it brings the Premier League money.
So, like, in terms of him fighting, I don't think he was fighting anything. It was just the situation. They had to act. It's a political move.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
They just had to act.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I just think Chelsea's situation is an accumulation of bad decisions that would have probably still would have resulted in a messy season like this. But if Roma was here, just would have been delayed a bit more.
Okay, so you reckon this season would have happened a couple of seasons, maybe in a couple of seasons' time?
Yeah.
Because right now they probably would have got Poch in and back end of last season. He would have.
No, they would have stuck with Tuchel, and it's just like with Tuchel. Look, people on Twitter will think I hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. I like the guy, innit? But the way it was going with Tuchel, we could see he didn't have what it takes for the rebuild we needed. Like, he completely neglected the midfield, which was a very key element that we needed to have fixed in 2022.
He believed in those players too much.
No, it's not even. It's not even he believed in it. Like, think about it: Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, the guys who you could argue that it was the Chelsea midfield.
Yeah, that was the core.
That was the core.
Yeah.
Two of them injury prone. And when you play Jorginho without the other two,
it's not the same.
It's very much not. I don't really like Jorginho like that, but I can acknowledge he is
what he does.
What he does. When you put someone like a Kante on top of his game, or Kovacic,
or Granit Xhaka.
I swear it was more party.
Nah, him and Xhaka works better than him and Party.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I'll just take your word for it. But Jorginho, what I don't like about Jorginho, what I've never liked about him, is that for him to click, the guy next to him has to click. It's not, he just can't click on his own.
So what, you don't think he has those game-changing matches?
When you put him, like you said, with Xhaka, you put him next to Xhaka, you know, it works. Let's say you put, I don't know who Arsenal's equivalent to the guy would be. But let's just say you put, I don't know, let's say you put Ainsley, Maitland, Niles next to Jorginho. Do you think Jorginho, like in that midfield?
Yeah. But
no, because what I was going to say is, Tuchel was putting Jorginho next to Gallagher in a pivot. In a midfield pivot.
Yeah, but that's criminal.
No, exactly.
Why are you playing Gallagher in a pivot to start?
No, but the point, I agree with that. But the point is, like, with Jorginho, it would be criminal for both of them. It's not as if, like, cool, Gallagher's the one messing up, and Jorginho looks great. No, it'll be they both look poor because Jorginho needs that person to.
Exactly.
Me personally, if I'm being honest, I don't like that. I like a midfielder that moves a lot more.
Yeah.
Even Jorginho, it's like Jorginho's passing, right? Pirlo is a passer. Like Pirlo being slow, not being able to move like that, but with what he gives you with the passes, to me that makes sense.
That's Jorginho. He either had to be Pirlo or it doesn't work. That's what I'm saying.
For other people, what he does is great, and I sort of understand that, to be fair. But again, when he was at his top of his game, getting the Ballon d'Ors, prime Kante, he was there too.
Yeah.
In that Champions League run.
And Kante basically works for two in that midfield.
Kante
goes for two.
That's why
so Jorginho is alright. Yeah.
That's why Chelsea could play the two.
And then Jorginho is more free to, do his thing.
So the idea is, because Conor Kante has energy, that's the idea, really, for him to play the Kante role. But he can't do that. Of course he can't do that. Yeah,
no.
Of course he can't do that.
Because his energy is better, and I don't think he's Chelsea standard. I think there's a good player there. I don't think it's Chelsea standard.
Villa.
And I don't want to wait for him to become that. That's just going to piss me off even more. When we have other players like Chukwuemeka that could have been put in that role of, we'll give you everything you need to develop into what we know you could be.
The only reason I don't like Chelsea, and a reason I don't like Chelsea, what you man have done to my guy Loftus-Cheek isn't right.
I think he's a player.
No, I agree with that too. I think he's quality.
He's cold. To have that physique, and be able to ball out, not a lot of men have that.
100%.
Exactly.
Not a lot of men. And every time I've watched him play for Chelsea, he at least gives you a 7.
Well, the thing is,
7 might be a stretch.
No, I'll be honest. He has had howlers, but you need to understand that Tuchel, for the most part, and a bit of Potter, if I'm being real, they just saw big and strong and defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Slap him on the
you ever play him as an 8 or
and it's like the kind of defensive midfielder they wanted him to be was like to have the tactical awareness to like be here, sit a bit, control the game.
He's
and it's
light
just
skin. He doesn't listen to him.
I do know. I was waiting for that to come. I was waiting for it.
And with Loftus-Cheek, it's one of those ones like, cool, he did it in the youth academy. Okay, that's fine. But men's football isn't.
Is different.
Like before the injury, you saw what he was. He was that. Honestly, kind of what Mount was doing in the 8. Get the ball, carry it. Goals, add the you saw it under Sarri. He was starting to add the finish into his game, but you knew he could glide past the man.
Yeah,
use him a bit more like Kovacic. But it's just like when I saw him next to Jorginho, it was almost like Tuchel wanted Loftus-Cheek to sit and Jorginho to progress. And it's just like, and with Loftus-Cheek, from what I see of him,
he's the ball progressor.
Mentally. He needs confidence. He needs to feel like he's being believed in. Like he's one of them. He's a confidence player.
He's 28 years old. What belief does he need?
You're laughing. That's fine. No, you're laughing. That's fine. But for what we know he can do, I'm cool making him feel like I believe in you. That's what I'm saying. Like,
wait, I've got to ask the question. Obviously, we've covered this for a minute. Yeah, who's the manager of the season?
This season,
who's the manager of the season?
No brainer, it's Pep Guardiola.
No, some people have different opinions. I don't know if you do. I had the same opinion as you, but
there's two ways to go about it. Cool, you can say Pep because he won the Premier League.
Yeah,
but you kind of expect Pep to do that. For me, Pep becomes manager of the season if he wins champs.
Okay, cool. But I'm talking about in the Prem. I'm talking about all of that. So
but in the Prem, I can't. You kind of expect Pep to win it. You could even throw Arteta into the hat because of what he's actually done.
Yeah.
People say the whole Gary and O'Neill shout. I don't know about that.
Gary, I hear it.
Yeah. Gary O'Neill, what?
Bournemouth, bro. You expected Bournemouth to go down.
Yeah. And he came in caretaker, innit?
Yeah.
And he came and did bits.
No one knew who he was.
He came and did the right.
Even in the pub, they're writing their football names and them things there. He knows ball, I'm telling you.
Of course he knows ball, but no one expected.
And when did they end up finishing? 14th, 13th?
Yeah, they seemed comfy.
Bro,
you're looking at the 18th, 19th, 20th, and you're not seeing Bournemouth there. You're seeing Leicester go down, and you're not seeing Bournemouth there.
That's crazy.
That's just raw.
What's crazy? James Maddison's in the Championship.
Nah, he's not.
He's going to get rescued.
Of course he is.
Of course.
Of course he is.
He's going Newcastle. Like,
what's wrong is the thing was wrong for Leicester as well. I was watching a Tifo video in it. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. There's a Tifo
I think
video,
I might have.
and it's basically saying how it fucks him up because Maddison, they were holding on to him for big money.
I watched that one, yeah.
Tielemans is the same. A couple other players are the same.
And they're fools.
Like,
They're fools with Tielemans. They could have got.
So he's gone on the free now.
They
Tielemans gone on the free, innit? He's finished.
We offered Arsenal offered 40 mil.
I saw 60. I see him linked with 60.
60 exactly.
Yeah,
and now my man's on the free.
Leicester, they gambled and it went horribly wrong. Their recruitment's been poor for the last
100%.
2 years,
100%.
maybe.
I can't lie to you. From what, even that Tifo video, because they did the analysis is elite, but like from what they were saying, it could be long for them next season, you know.
Yeah, in natural video, only Coon left in that team.
No, I know my Nigerians. Someone offers him something,
bro.
He's gone, bro.
I can see him going overseas, if anything.
Yeah, he can do that.
He would go play under Mourinho at Roma.
Yeah, him,
100%.
Patson, Dakar.
Yeah.
You think that man stay?
To play in the
all they got left is Vardy on that Supermax, which is gonna piss them off every time they look at how much they're paying him. He's like, why are we paying you?
And he's 38.
The thing is,
but he ain't taking a pay cut. Why is he taking a pay cut?
No way.
And he's gonna bag like 20 goals next season
Bro,
anyway. So.
if you tell him we want a pay cut, bro, just go like, hey, look, I've had a good career, I'm retiring.
Quickly. And then they're in the mud anyway.
Exactly.
Who else they got?
But they deserve that because
Barnes is there.
Barnes might cut.
Yeah, he cannot be playing in the Championship.
Honestly,
he can't be playing in the Championship. He's too good.
You see the player that will stay is Dewsbury Hall, which pisses me off.
It was at Luton. Yeah, it was at
We
Luton.
could, look, if his wages aren't too mad, we could be like, hey, look. What are you saying?
Come back in.
He's a player.
He's a baller.
He's a player.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller.
Gives me Jack Wilshere vibes. He's got something about him. So.
Yeah. I'd say that was him. I think when we played Chelsea in the FA Cup, because it's funny, Twitter called it like the Shades Derby. So like for the part, like since 2021, actually like could watch like a Luton game.
I see you go down to Kenilworth Road, to be honest. I
went there twice this season. Good, honestly, good vibes.
Yeah, good atmosphere there, man.
Yeah, very loud. Good times, man.
just looked him down. It's like,
just deep in it. Nah, but in terms of, I can't lie. With Chelsea, I don't know where they're gonna get it right. I'll be real. I'm not just being a hater. But it's one of them ones. I feel like they're just gonna go through the United process.
You see what it is? I have faith in us to get it right. I also can see us not getting it right.
You see what I'm saying?
But what's needed first is what we're doing right, which gives me hope. A clear out. Poch saying, look, you man, whoever it is, I don't want you here in it. Because we haven't really had a manager be given the opportunity to do that, number one.
Yeah, true.
And then actually come in and do that.
That's what I was literally...
What do you think of the Mason Mount thing, though?
Yeah, I say you let him go. Obviously, I'm not even...
You see what it is, yeah?
I would let him go.
Like, the actuality of it, I don't mind him going. But the principle of it is what I don't like.
What's the principle?
The principle is a guy that's been a great servant for us, got numbers, won trophies with us, was seen as the face of Chelsea, has a bad season, in which the whole club has had a bad season, by the way. It's not as if everyone was good and he was bad.
Bro, he was bagging against Madrid in that last season.
Yeah.
He is a player. He is a player.
So it's like the principle of how you can have a bad season and then in that, the club is just like, look, man, you just got to cut ties. That principle, I don't like it at all.
And another thing is selling to your closest rivals, United, is so fucked.
No, the thing is, they don't care who bids.
They just want him gone.
Like, if he doesn't agree the deal that they're giving to him, which is another thing, is like, the deal you've given to him, I mean, realistically, the whole negotiation process in terms of him has been messy. But from how I see it, the deal they've given to him, like, bro doesn't want to be on an 8-year contract. Like, this is what football fans need to understand. Like, football players, they are human beings. Because he's been Mount has been marketed to Chelsea fans as Mr. Chelsea.
Yeah, like
and then
Arsenal.
Yeah, and then your DARs, what we call your DARs, you know, they're usually white, not always, but usually 95%. right?
What's
You
the
know,
word, sorry?
go your dogs.
Okay.
Go to the ground, you know, match going
Yeah, I know
fans,
what you're
have a
saying.
beer before and after the game.
No, I
link
get
up.
what you're saying.
Yeah. Them, man, obviously the marketing, they've taken to it.
Yeah, of course
they're
they
going
have.
take to it. So it's like, Mount is Chelsea.
Yeah. He's
Then
proper Chelsea.
Yeah, proper Chelsea.
He's proper Chelsea.
Then like the other side of the fan base dislike that they ride so hard for Mount.
Yeah.
Because there's other players on the team, obviously.
Let's be honest, it sounds like a race war.
Low-key is one,
Yeah.
but there's layers
of
because
course,
like
I get you.
because on Twitter it's like the Yadars versus the sorry sexuals.
What?
But because oh my gosh, okay, cool. We're gonna have a bit of a start. I don't know how much time we got.
I can't. Well,
But
we've got time. It's gone in it. So we've got this stops recording at 2 hours. We're an hour 15. So
fair enough.
cool. Good, do your thing.
But what is it? So cool. When Maurizio Sarri came in, a new wave of fans, you know, possession-based football, this, that, we like our technical players, all of them, man. The complete antithesis of proper Chelsea.
There's none left, man. Oh,
Yeah. The complete antithesis of proper Chelsea, plays for the badge, all of that stuff. They came in with Sarri because Sarri promised a brand of football, you know? 4-3-3.
Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, we control possession, a real Tactico manager. He loves his tactics.
Yeah.
They brought in a wave of fans that saw football that way as well. They wanted Chelsea to be a bit more progressive, a bit more tactical, this, that, and the other. With that came in the Jorginho, obviously.
100%.
Nah, but
And-
sorry to cut you. Even under Sarri, you man were long. You man were long to play against. Bro, you were actually a long team because you see when Chelsea did that press resistant thing, yeah? Bro, it was...
Who was the striker under Sorry.
Who did... Oh, you...
Morata then Higuain. Like Sarri season had its own issues.
Yeah, I remember the whole... The only thing I remember from that, the whole Kepa thing.
Huh? Morata wasn't too bad. It was the Higuain one that was horrid.
Higuain, they should have got Higuain about 7 years ago.
Bro, Higuain should have been playing
I don't
in the
even-
Prem from
You know what I'm saying?
When I watch Higuain, though, you see when I watch Higuain, yeah, it's not that he was bad. It's just, you know, when some players just they don't fit a team.
He was fat.
Like I remember watching one game. Nah, he moved very well for how he looked. It was quite weird actually. But I saw one game. I must have seen Higuain make one kind of run, and I just knew in his head he was expecting the ball to come a certain way.
Yeah.
But like in his head, it looks like, I'm gonna get the ball here, and I'm gonna make that run. But then the ball never came, and it's just like the ball was on this side, and then bro made some next run offside on the other side of the pitch, and I was just like, I saw that, and I said, this is not gonna work.
I was about to say the same
Messi
thing.
and Ronaldo.
Messi, Ronaldo, he's had people like Hamzik, Ozil.
Di
They was the
Maria.
type of the people giving him balls.
Di
They bring-
Maria
they
was
bring
playing
him
outside
back.
the
Yeah.
foot,
You get me? That's probably
So
why.
and I just I could tell when he was making the run in his head. It's like that ball is
But all
coming
now-
to my feet.
But all now, Kovacic is passing it back to Jorginho. He's giving it back. Yeah.
And then like I'm looking at it, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Nah.
But I know in his head he thought this was gonna make sense.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's what I was just like, this guy, he might actually need to cut. He might need to cut still.
Wait, sorry,
But-
get back to the series.
Sorry, sexuals. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. So that brought in a wave of fans that was just like, we see football as more tactical. We need to control the game, dominate possession. And with that, the linchpin of all those ideals, Jorginho comes in. So now those fans have come in since Sarri. They're like, they see Jorginho on the ball. It's like, I love this guy. This is how football should be played. The short passes, keeping the game ticking, keeping control of the game. That's what we want Chelsea to be. But the Yadars are seeing this scrawny Italian kid get bullied off the ball sometimes, only making 5-yard passes, and they're just like, what the hell does
Are
this
they
guy
your
do?
guards used to Lampard?
Huh?
Are they like more old school? Would you say, or they're not really?
Yeah, like they're like more old school. They're used to midfielders that are more dynamic. They're used
So
to
like
your
Lampards, yeah.
They're used to your Lampards, your Balaks, your SCMs.
got
It's
you,
like
got you.
they're more dynamic. You
Like
can
the
see them
Well, they
moving and
into the
shaking.
box, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or even the SCN who didn't always keep in the box like
He
that.
got
Or
hit some bangers on
yeah,
him.
or
Yeah.
Mikel, like they're used to a man that's just like they're moving and shaking. You know what they do.
Yeah.
But Jorginho, it was sort of like, who's this scrawny kid? He's just playing 5-yard passes. Like, they sold him as a pass master, but he's not getting assists. It was like, to them, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
But then to the sorry sexuals, is you know, like to call them,
orgasms.
they're just they're having orgasms, bro. When that war started in the fan base, the Chelsea fan base just became a lot. Like I used to think Arsenal were like the most annoying fan base, them and United.
Yeah.
I strongly believe, as a Chelsea fan, it actually is the Chelsea fans.
Yeah,
because what Arsenal fans will do,
they unite.
They will unite and beef other teams.
That's what I was about to say.
What Chelsea do is civil war. We will fight ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I say. On Twitter, the Arsenal fan base is it. That's actually it. Yeah. On the timeline, that's the Arsenal fan base.
When Arsenal fans gang up on other fans, it's long.
It's long.
But Chelsea, you're just seeing one Chelsea fan at another Chelsea fan about
Yeah.
We're beefing ourselves, bro. What the hell?
When Badashile was linked, I was seeing these white brothers cars saying, nah, not another black centre back. I'm thinking these men like
bro,
father.
It's actually peak. And that's just like, that's where every war nowadays actually stems from.
So you're either that side or you're that side?
Me, I'm more on. There's a smaller part of the fan base. They call them Cobham sexuals. Basically,
why is everything sexual with Chelsea?
I'm even in a Chelsea group chat called Chelsea Sexual. Shout them out though. Big up the Chelsea Sexuals.
I knew it was gonna
come on.
Yeah.
But and big up Silly Season as well. Obviously, I'm currently kicked from there. Add me back, you man. But biggie man up. Well, it's just like flipping that. So there's so much storylines that branch off of this, but like I said, I'm more of a Cobham sexual. Like, I believe Chelsea, I believe we've severely underutilized our youth academy. It's not. I just think now I feel like Lewis Hall might be the last one in a while. Him and there's a guy called Tudor Mendel Ido who is the skilliest, most flair black player in a long time. But bro goes to Eton. Like, it doesn't make sense. Bro's going to school in Eton. And you're thinking, like, how does that as a footballer translate to a guy that looks like he's fresh out of the South London cages? It doesn't make sense. But I love to see it. Anytime I watch a youth game, I'm looking out for him. He looks like he might leave. I'm not happy about that.
What about, I was going to ask, Amari Hutchinson? What do you think?
Was it hype or?
There was hype purely because of where we got him from, but we knew he was highly rated at Arsenal as well.
Yeah, because
when I've seen him
next to come through for us.
When I've seen him play, a very small sample size, I don't think he's ready yet. Which is why I was pissed off when the West Brom loan didn't go through. Because he was actually meant to be loaned to West Brom. They decided to get Mark Albrighton instead. Now look at them, still in the Championship. They were fighting for promotion. Now look at you guys. I hope you lot are happy.
That's why they just missed out on the playoffs.
Yeah, on the last day.
Yeah, they just missed out on it. Stress.
And I think, Albrighton was chilling on the bench.
No, stress.
Mario Hutchinson might have, you see what Amad Diallo was doing?
Cooking.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I feel like the youth academy at Chelsea has been underutilized for a very long time. I alluded to it before. Tomori sold. Guehi sold. I didn't like that. Levi Colwill again.
On loan to Brighton last season.
Sorry.
If it wasn't like, if Tuchel didn't, if it wasn't for the owners intervening, Tuchel would have just been like, cool, we can sell him.
Yeah.
Gilmore as well, we've done him dirty.
Where did Norwich?
Gilmore went.
Norwich loan.
Yeah.
Then Tuchel decided he didn't like him.
Yeah.
Sent him to Brighton, didn't it?
Sold him to Brighton,
Oh, I saw that thing. I swear, who did I see on Twitter? That Chelsea, there was a Chelsea player who was with Brighton. And then they did something. All the Chelsea fans were getting onto him. I can't remember the name of the player.
Yeah, it was Cole.
It was Cole, wasn't it? Yeah. Stress.
And it's just like, we're selling off all these guys who have a lot of talent. Obviously, not every youth player is going to make it. I know this.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing, like, while this is happening, I'm seeing us spend however many million on, like, Koulibaly and, like, Cucurella's. We sold a whole rafter, man, to fund Lukaku. And I'm just
still on loan, innit?
Huh?
He's still on loan now.
Yeah, he's still on loan now, and it's just
if
like,
he wins the Champions League, that would be the funniest.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And now he's even beating Meg the Stallion.
Yeah,
he's
it's
winning that life, fam.
Bro.
nah, you know what? I don't like what Lukaku said about Chelsea, but it didn't bother me as much as other Chelsea fans. It's like, I don't care what you say, just bang goals. What pissed me off wasn't the interview.
Yeah,
it's the fact that he said the only way to make it up to you guys is to bang goals.
Yeah.
And he didn't bang goals. Like, what the hell is this? But yeah, look, man.
In terms of strikers, what do you think Chelsea are going to do? Because Aubameyang's not done it. Lukaku clearly did.
Bro, we had
Costa has not done it.
I've seen heavy links with
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
15 plus goals in the Premier League. 1920.
Yeah, he could.
And this is a guy this is a guy who people clearly said his game isn't fully developed. So we're talking like 15 plus goals and your game isn't fully developed. You're 22, 23, turning 23. And we binned him off to get Lukaku, bro.
Yeah. I can't lie, I saw him linked to Villa. If he goes Villa...
Great signing.
Yeah.
And it's just like Chelsea fans, a lot of them refuse to acknowledge that he was actually better than a lot of them, than the people we bought since.
But don't you think it goes back to what we were saying before? Everything has to be instant. And as Chelsea majority
exactly, that's what I dislike. Yeah. That's what the Cobham sexuals. It's
almost like a mentality problem.
Yeah, that's what the Cobham sexuals actually dislike about Chelsea fans. Yeah. We have a bag of talent in the youth academy. We have senior players we've paid money for that haven't been performing. Give these young guys a chance, because the way we see it is like, cool, you give the youth guy a chance and he flops. Okay. You give the £50 million guy a chance and he flops.
You play him again this week.
It's like you've wasted 50 million.
Yeah.
But then the 50 million pickup guy still plays again next week.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because of his price tag.
Exactly. Which is
but then you've got a hungry young G in the ranks coming through that.
And it's just like people, it's like £50 million you've spent and someone's messing up, not adapting yet, but people seem fine with that. But someone for free from the youth academy messes up and he's just like, he's not ready yet. This is why we don't play the youth.
Him out,
and it's just like, for me personally, it's baffling. I understand the opposite side of it is like, you made an investment and you want your investment to come good, so you keep on playing them. But it's just like, how many times does that have to happen? Because for Chelsea, let's be real, our transfer activities it's happened a lot. We've paid a lot for guys that have not.
Still in the ban.
No, we're not on the ban.
You've not been a ban a minute.
Yeah.
They should ban you, 600 mil in one.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, even Mudryk is like, bro has less professional games than Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
Bro,
but look at the difference in perception of players, bro.
90 mil because he's quick. He's a bit explosive.
No, the main reason 90 mil behind it was because Arsenal wanted him. That's why they spend them.
The thing is, I actually back Mudryk to come good, but it's like the difference in perception between him and Hudson-Odoi, purely because of the 90 million, is actually crazy, because they'll slander Hudson-Odoi. Just go uni, bro. Just go uni, bro. Like,
it's still not too late for you, guys. I see that all the time. Yeah.
Fam, and it's just, it's actually crazy. Like, Mudryk, it's like, he does a nutmeg. He's coming, bro. He's loaded. He's warm. Purely because of a price tag.
Yeah. But you see the whole price tag thing from like a business point of view. It kind of made sense why they put all these players on long ass contracts, because if they peak and other clubs want them, they still got 4 years left on their contract. That's an if.
No, that's fine. That's an if. But that goes back to my point of, there was a time last season, technically, we weren't giving people these long contracts.
Yeah.
Still paying a lot for them.
Yeah.
And they still weren't bearing the fruits we wanted. But guys in the youth academy would be sold to fund these guys that are flopping.
Bro,
for me, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah. That club's been a mess from the moment man was sending man to Vitesse Arnhem every season.
No, but that was because they had a link.
Yeah, that was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, that was a link.
Yeah, but Lucas Piazza, where's he now?
Yeah, but he was never meant to make it.
He was meant to make it. He was cold.
I can't lie. He wasn't. He got a few appearances in that 12-13 season. Well, he could have made it.
You think he could have made it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, not he could have made it, but like the plan was for him to make it.
Yeah, the plan was, but he wasn't good enough to make it. I reckon if he was good enough to make it, he would have made it. He had enough time to make it. I
disagree. People say that a lot about players, but in football, especially in this landscape, it's too political for the best player shines.
No, 100%. But I just think, who was he? Was he a cam? Yeah, enough. I see him enough times play football for Chelsea.
No, but deep down Chelsea team, though, he was in around with De Bruyne and them man, though, innit? De Bruyne, Salah. He was around them times. So imagine he's playing in this Chelsea system. He would have made it easy.
Yeah, but you can't say something from 10 years ago and then bring it back.
Realistically, with the talent that we got, I do think he would have been ushered out, maybe. If I'm being honest, I do think he would have been ushered out. But look, bro, with all of the names you played, you know who's also had a decent amount of appearances for our club?
Who?
Ross Barkley.
Is he still part of Chelsea?
No, I'm saying in that time Payazon has been there, loaned out how many times? Man like Ross Barkley were playing for us.
Yeah, but at Everton, he was cooking.
He was
that's fine.
At Everton.
I feel like
But wearing this shirt, he wasn't cooking, bro.
He shouldn't have made the Chelsea move. Man like him, they need to go Tottenham.
It's money, though, isn't it? It generally is money.
That's what I'm saying. Who else was making?
It's always money.
Like, what's it? Zappa Costa made a handful of appearances.
With fullback.
Yeah. Flipping, I'd say Danny Drinkwater. I can't lie.
Danny
He didn't make too many appearances.
That's why he ended up beefing.
Emerson.
He ended up beefing people under 21s. Danny Drinkwater.
Yeah. So like, while we're saying like, it was so hard for man to make it. Gee, even today you got Gallagher making starting lineups. But you're telling me, it's hard for man to make it at Chelsea. Like, you're telling me Gilmore's not good enough, but Gallagher gets starts. You're telling me Ampadu's not good enough, but Gallagher gets starts. That's what annoys me about Chelsea. Like, we might end up selling or loaning Ian Maatson, who was tearing it up at Burnley. But what was Cucurella doing this season?
He's done nothing all season. He's been woeful. He's so shit.
At least with Chilwell,
doing pro direct adverts, isn't it?
Bro, at least with Chilwell, you could say, cool, bro was coming off an ACL and didn't even get injured again this season. Fair enough. His time could be coming to I say that he signed a contract extension. It's whatever, but you could say Chilwell's falling off a bit with all these injuries. Cool, but at least he has the injuries. Cucurella, I don't know, man. They were saying he had some personal problems, which I would say fair enough. I get it. Players are humans. I really do hear it. But at the same time, like, it didn't seem like they were bad enough for you to not be making the starting lineup for as many times as you did.
Yeah, nah.
It's like that. Where do you find the balance? Because like, if you're really going through stuff, one would imagine you do tell the manager, like, look, this happened to me and I'm not in the right mindset to play.
But I feel like as a footballer, is it that easy to speak up then again, innit? Like, because majority of footballers see it as a job.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's like, I can't speak for them, obviously, and it may be hard to speak up, but it's just like, at some point when you see, because with Cucurella, the performances were getting to a point where it was actually quite woeful. I'm not going to lie. And it's like, you might be playing football to escape what's going on in your life, but I can't imagine fans booing, because he was booed at a point. I think I was at that game where they were booing him, to be fair. I can't imagine you being booed whilst trying to do the thing you love to distract yourself from the personal issues.
It would help.
I can't imagine being booed and having abuse would help. I don't know. Maybe it might. Okay, for me, in my mind, I'm not Cucurella, but for me, it's like, if I'm going through something in life and I'm using football to escape from that, but in my escape, I'm getting abuse and it's making me feel worse. I think me personally, at some point, I would actually have to speak up and say, look, I'm going through things. And I'd imagine that the point did come because the stories came out that he was going through things.
Oh, is it? Is that actually what happened?
Yeah, that's why I can even say it. Like, he was going through things because the story came out.
Obviously, did you just say personal issues or?
I think it said personal issues, and I think he may have lost someone in his family. I'm not too sure, but one of them things, and it's just like, I honestly couldn't tell you where the balance is, but I can't imagine like you'd be at the top of your game whilst going through that.
Yeah, no.
At what point do you speak up and say?
Us as football fans, we're so ignorant to the fact. Like, look at you. I don't know if you might have seen it. The Lingard documentary. He had one on Channel 4. And everyone was like, oh, what's happened to Lingard? This shit. But he was going through some dark shit. Like literal depression and stuff.
Depressed.
You know what I'm saying? But we just look at him like, you're getting paid this amount a week, you're living in this house, you're living this lifestyle, you're paying
then again, you need to look at, I hear that, but there are men that are using their work salaries to buy season tickets. They don't miss a single game.
100%.
So me asking for you to at least just give me a steady performance is not a big deal.
No, I hear that, but at the same time,
no, that's fine. But this is the thing where
we need to be realistic. They're people in it.
Cool. You can quote the thing of they're humans. They have their lives, rare. But you need to deep, yeah. You need to deep. Cool, you're humans and that. And the pressure they must face on a day-to-day basis is a lot, which I do get. But bro, it's not like I've not given my all. Some people give so much to the club. There's men that have tattoos. There's men that have just given.
I'm glad. So let me tell you this, right? Cool. So them man that have worked very hard to give them their all. How would they feel if they're at work doing their job, trying to work?
Same thing.
People come to because they're not doing so well at their job or whatever, but they're still trying to like work. And then some random people you don't know just come to your workplace, abuse you every single day when you're just trying to do your work. Or even I can't imagine that person would feel good.
Both of you guys make music, innit? So imagine you've gone through some deep shit, like you just got cool and your girl's telling you she's leaving you. It's like mad, yeah? You're about to hop on stage and you're feeling shit. But now there's 30,000 people outside shouting your name, and if you have a shit performance, they're just onto you. They're throwing tomatoes at you. Obviously not the same. Yeah, but they're onto you. They're saying you're shit. You'd feel awful. You'd feel terrible. So it's not even about the money or whatever. You still feel shit.
True.
So like, I get it from both sides, but it's just like, even it's like, because in life generally, if you're having a bad day, does that mean you're allowed to abuse someone else?
Never.
If you, because the way I describe it is like, people are saying, oh, they get all this money, they should be able to take abuse. So if I were to ask someone, what's your price for abuse?
Yeah.
Like, how much can someone offer to pay you and just be like, cool, I'm gonna abuse you, but I'm giving you this much? Obviously, for bands, man would say a price, but actually deep it. No, think about it.
I'll take it for £100 a week.
You know, like that. Like, people would say a price, but actually...
if I'm getting paid on a recurring basis, you can cost me however much.
Yeah, but you...
Of course, but think about it. Because it's like... It sounds nice, yeah, but like, keep it. Someone can come up to be like, I know I can buy the right to abuse you. Actually, deep it. Someone in their mind is thinking, coming up to you, being like, you see this guy? I know I can buy the right to abuse him. When you deep it like that, it's actually crazy.
Yeah,
like,
but them abusing me is not making me money. Only in that aspect. Because I'm still getting paid for it.
So some people's argument says that if you're earning that amount of money, it comes with it. You can't earn that. Like, some people generally say you can't earn that amount of money and not take the abuse, innit? You got to charge.
It's true though.
I do kind of see both of it.
It's true.
I go back to the love of money, bro. Yeah. People love money so much they'll take that abuse. Because deep it, when you like get that money on a recurring team, you're actually used to the money.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. If you're at a point where you're used to getting this much amount of money a week, cool, I'm used to that now. It's not moving me anymore like that because I'm used to it. But man, are still giving me this abuse. You're probably gonna be thinking, I can't just go to my boss and be like, oh, these men are abusing me, can you give me a raise? Like, you're still staying on that amount of money. It's just, I don't know, man. I just think we all got to think a bit more, man.
I do think we all got to think a bit more, but it's like at the same time, it's like, you're earning that much. What you said was right. I don't think anyone should, no matter how much money anyone earns, that should be acceptable, innit? But at the same time, it's like, if you're earning that amount of money, there's gonna be some serious downsides. Of course. Serious upsides financially. So it does balance out somewhat. I don't agree with it. I don't think people should, but it balances out. If you're earning, there's some players earning in the Premier League 250 bags a week, £1 million a month. That's crazy amount of money. So if it comes with abuse, don't get me wrong. I don't condone the abuse. I don't say it's the correct thing to do. You abuse people because they're earning all this money. Be a hater. No, I agree. I don't think it should happen. But if it happens, got to charge it.
But no, I hear what you're saying. But you know what? As my pastor once said, money doesn't change you, but it amplifies who you are.
Correct. Okay.
Because it's like a lot of man be getting money these days, but they're still the same person. It's not like they've prepared. Oh, this is how I'm gonna handle my money, or who they are is who they are. So like, if let's say you're a violent person, you don't take no violations, this, that, and the other. You've seen it so many times. Certain man, they might be too entrenched in like a street lifestyle, but they get into money. And people from the outside will be thinking, you're getting paid so much. And why are you still doing all of? But it's who you are, innit? So if you're a man that just before you got the money, you're not on taking certain like levels of abuse. No one can violate, man. Yeah. And you're getting paid money. That doesn't just suddenly go away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're mentally like fragile in general, you're very sensitive to like words and that. Yeah, you're not tough skinned, but you just happen to love football. Imagine someone coming into the academy and saying, cool, we've run we know you're super talented, but we've seen how you are in general. You're very like you're a very sensitive person, you're not thick skinned. We're gonna have to release you because how good you are, where we see you going, you might end up getting abuse. We know you can't take that. We're just gonna release you. That
generally probably has happened, that people aren't mentally strong enough when taking criticism. Obviously, not in the same way as abuse, but there's definitely enough ballers who have come through our academy ranks but couldn't take a stern telling off from their manager. Or like they couldn't take maybe playing someone which is a little bit hostile and then their head's gone.
Well, you know what? Like I feel like them man probably leave on their own accord. I'll be so real. Because think about it, you can't take the bollocks like, who do you think you are? This, that, and the other. Nah, I'm done here. You know like that. I'm done here. It's not they've come and said, oh, listen, because what it might be is like, they might be like, oh, we don't like your attitude. That's different to you strictly cannot take criticism. Yeah, okay. We're releasing you. That's still going to destroy you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be thinking, no, but like, I'm good, I can ball. Everyone's telling me I'm the best here. Yeah. Everyone's telling me I can go this far. But you're telling me I can't take criticism. Like, maybe I can check, because you're just thinking, I just want to make it, innit? You'll be thinking, oh, maybe I can change it. It's like, it's mad to think about it that way. And so, for some players, it is like that. You know, they're very sensitive, but they're good at their job. But all this abuse, it kind of gets to them.
Well, what I'll say is just because I don't want us to go into a new topic and then we'll have to cut off because it cuts off after 2 hours. So I'll say this is the last thing we talk about, But isn't it also, sorry to switch a little bit, isn't it also the same with social media? It's like, everyone's told you, like, no matter the industry you're in, the bigger you get online, the bigger, for example, we get the pod, you get on Twitter, or people get on TikTok, whatever, hate will come. It's inevitable. So it's like, you can't, like, in the ideal world, in my opinion, I 100% hear what you're saying. I actually 100% hear what you're saying. But like, reality, it's going to happen. So we 100%. Do have to charge it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what, like, if you can do a bit better, then do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not sitting here trying to say people shouldn't do better. Like, I'm not against the point people shouldn't.
Oh, no, yeah.
But in the world that we live right now, I don't see it happening, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like abuse, you see stuff like abuse, like, I can't lie. In every aspect you look at it, it's gonna follow you where you go, innit? Yeah. Like, whether you've got them funds, whether you're that big person or not. Bro, you could just be going about your day, going through your comments, we go through ours, someone's there cussing you, you're just thinking, rah, today's not the day, you feel me? But then again, what I was saying is, I feel like, because of the commitments fans do put in, because some men are trekking hours on planes and stuff like that. Yeah, so for them to have a voice, is it really abuse, or is it... Because abuse, you can tell abuse and you can tell when someone's just saying something.
Oh, yeah, of course. Feel me? But that's what I'm speaking for, when you can tell it's abuse. Because we all know, bro, like, certain man just take it
too far.
They take it too far.
Especially that I feel like the first
and they justify taking it too far. Because
it happens in Premier League. But when you go down, or Don's going to League 2, or even Luton in the Championship, the abuse is down. That's when you talk about it's proper racist. It's fucked.
Yeah,
and that's what I think you're trying to say. Basically, that aspect, not booing.
Fuck Wimbledon. Yeah, you know that called me monkey. That time doing monkey emojis to me and that monkey sign. Fuck you.
Jeez. Sorry, that's fine. But them man, they're probably thinking, well, I work all fudging week. Yeah. I don't really like to swear in it. I work all flipping week, and these man put out that performance. Yeah, this, that, and the other, and then they see a black person.
Yeah, then it's the
You
it's
take
default.
off flipping jobs. This, that, and the other. Like, it's,
And they start getting
go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Like, it's just. Nah.
It's someone's nature, innit? If that's one of the first things that comes to your head, that's how you are as a person anyway.
Yeah, well,
If you say,
exactly.
the first
Can't
thing you
ever
say
change
when
that,
you're angry is the first thing. But obviously we're in a generation where they're never gonna change.
That's why I speak about the abuse and that, because a lot of man in that do all the abuse, they're in like what I would like to call a grey area, innit? Like they can easily be like not manipulated per se, but educated to not do it. They're the ones that they might do it, but if someone tells them, yo, this really ain't cool, they might think about it.
Yeah.
You keep talking to them, man, then eventually they'll be like, yeah, I ain't. You know, you're right, G. I'm not really on this abuse thing. Like, you see what bro, you've had a terrible game, innit? Yeah. I just don't really think I'm gonna racially abuse you, though. 100%. You've just had a terrible game.
But the thing is that we can have these conversations here because we're all black and everyone around us, obviously being Houghton, Luton, whatever, it's a diverse place. When we went to places like Accrington and Stanley to watch football, bro, I kid you not, there's not another black person in the town. I didn't see another black person in the town.
Crazy.
So if their parents are now are probably racist, not saying I'm not gonna sit here and be like they are racist, but they could well be racist. Yeah. They're gonna encourage their children who have had no interaction with any black people to be racist, and it's just a cycle which needs to be broken.
I met a guy like that in uni. He's one of the people that, you know, he's not. I don't have him on social media, but you know, if I did have to punch someone up, it would be him. 100%. But I really should have. But I met someone like that in uni, and like, he didn't grow up around too many black people.
Yeah.
And with the views, he was fully Tory and all 100%. Of them. With the views that he had, even what he said to me, like, and it would come out when he was drunk.
There you go.
That is another aspect. You see at these games you're talking about, these men are probably drunk, but you know,
drunk, of course.
You know, when they say when you're drunk, you know, you say what you're really thinking.
Feel. Exactly.
Because alcohol takes away your inhibitions. That bit that tells you
don't do it.
You probably shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't say that. When you're burst, that goes away. And you just say it, you just do it.
100%.
But yeah, he didn't grow up with too many black people. There were maybe a few Asians. So he probably knew not what to say when it comes to Asians. Yeah. He had a curry every now and then, but in terms of me, you know.
But almost, don't get me wrong, it's 100% well, 99% their fault. I say the 1% where it isn't their fault is because they don't know any better.
Yeah,
that's the one bit of grace I will give people. Not that you're a grown man, you should know not to call people a nigga. I understand it, but when they say it, they probably don't understand how offensive the word is. They just say it as if you. No, I'm not trying to make excuses for them. Not like
it's not okay.
You kind of get where I'm coming.
No, I get where you're coming from, but obviously,
saying it.
You better be careful how you say this, my guy.
Because let me reword what I'm saying.
Yeah, them saying it.
Because if certain man clip it a certain way, then obviously it's long for you.
No, but I'm explaining myself in a
manner. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Not that they. How do I explain this? Basically, they don't know any better. They should know better, because obviously to us it's crazy that they don't know better. But you know when you go up, again, let me just use up north as a general stereotype because there's stereotypically not enough black people up there. That's what the stereotype is, isn't it? Yeah. They're probably in an Xbox party or they're in songs saying the word nigger, and it's a running joke with their friends. Not that they don't understand what it means and they understand how bad the word is, but they've just not known any better not to say it. Because when they say it, they've got no one to punch them up. Their parents aren't going to get onto them. They go to school, they have not been educated.
Or you see what it is. Let's just because they're past the stage of not knowing how to say that.
Yeah,
it's the microaggressions and
that's probably better.
So it's just like because in uni that guy I was talking about when he was drunk, you know, I exaggerated the slang a bit just to piss him off. That was my thing. They were just like, why are you trying to act black?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean by act black? Bro, I am black.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by that?
I don't even like it when people say act black. What do you mean act black?
No, but
exactly.
See what you were saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
because the stigma is when you act black, you're acting road, you're acting hood.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So the nigger thing, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, okay,
the microaggressions, though.
He wasn't better than me. That's what I meant.
Let's dig into that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's where they really don't know any better. And you see, when it comes to those things like that, because I could say the same thing with, honestly, black people and like homophobia.
Yeah.
Because in our communities and stuff, we've had to really learn a lot about that. We're still doing a lot of learning, you know. the way we word things, our attitudes towards those people and
100%.
stuff. Like, it's that same sort of vibe. It's like, some things we can't really be saying too much these days, you know?
Yeah, words.
Like, when you say, nowadays you can't really say, that's gay. You gotta say pause. You gotta say, yo, that's sus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so things
now
like that.
you've had to adapt. But what I'm saying is, you can't call someone a blackie and tell me you don't know that's...
Yeah, exactly. Things like
okay,
that.
cool.
It's
No,
an
I
iceberg.
was
thing.
wrong.
Oh yeah,
I didn't mean the level below, not the actual physical word.
No,
Yeah,
of course.
because
I didn't mean
racism,
it
it's
like
a whole iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is the N word, and it's just
Yeah.
like, I feel like people in those villages have just come to terms.
Yeah.
You can't really say that.
So
Yeah.
that's
But
why
what's
they will
underneath
say,
the iceberg,
the blackie, and
that's
all
when you
these
could
type
be
of
like,
things,
Yeah.
you get me?
they probably don't know any better, but they should. And it's one of those things where, honestly speaking, it's gotten to that point because some black people ain't even fully clued up on the iceberg. I can say I'm not fully clued up on the iceberg. I just know what feels right, what doesn't feel right to me. That's where I leave it. When you do all that deep diving, it really is very time consuming, and there will be some black people that do that. But honestly, you can tell they've really devoted themselves to that. Like, they're reading a lot of books on that.
Let's be real though, as black people.
He's gonna say so. I don't.
No
Whatever
matter
he's gonna
what,
say is gonna be
no
racist.
matter what they hit us with, my hot-headed anyway. We're taking it personal. Me personally, I don't go off this iceberg thing. Any racial abuse, I'm active.
Nah, there's some people like that. Other man might be a bit more understanding.
Yeah.
No,
but here's the thing with racism. Don't chance it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone's hot-headed,
you can just get
if
punched
someone's more understanding, whatever you know, just don't chance it.
Yeah.
Don't
At
chance
the end
it,
of the
bro.
day, just don't be racist.
Yeah, don't be racist, bro. Don't chance it.
There's someone out there right now saying nigga.
Yeah.
And even when I'm saying it, like, I'm not really basing it to an older audience. Like, I'm saying it to literally, like, again, New Zealand places that we'll talk about. Stereotypically up north, they're children. Because they say, for example, their dad was a racist, and that's all he's taught his kid.
Yeah.
His dad should know better, but if that's all he's taught his kid, he's probably going to be on that same fuckery.
But even what you were saying
times
about
have changed.
even what you're saying about grown men, you're a grown man.
Yeah,
How don't you know the difference?
No, they don't. They do
Bro.
know the difference. They're actively just racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
the
in
difference.
them.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the difference. They are
Sometimes-
racist.
Sometimes it's in you. The education thing is for that grey area that I alluded to before.
Yeah.
Them man that are just
That
like,
are willing to learn.
willing to learn. Because
Yeah,
some
they're
man,
willing to,
don't
yeah.
get it twisted. They are not willing to learn. They're,
Yeah.
they're
Some man-
racist with their chest.
Yeah.
Some man
100%.
are, they are
100%.
proud racists.
Yeah.
Proud
That's
racists.
crazy.
Mansfield fans are especially.
I can't lie. We've got a list of the EFL where we just like
Yeah.
we've got vengeance.
Nah, you know, I hear it, man.
We've got a list.
I've had some serious racial abuse.
What?
Northampton's on that
Scunthorpe?
list. Scunthorpe, nah, Scunthorpe haven't done anything. Northampton on that list. I've got
Northampton.
call for
Eee,
Northampton.
Northampton.
Yeah, I've got serious call for
Nah,
Northampton.
but
Yeah.
you see Northampton, they've got active fans though, innit?
Yeah, but they're on the list. I don't care. They're on the list.
What,
What about Millwall?
You know, I've never been a Millwall. I've been Millwall at home. I've never been Millwall away.
Yeah.
So-
I feel like honestly they kind of cleared up their image a bit.
Yeah,
Like, they still have the stigma,
Yeah, of course they do.
of course.
No,
But-
because they're so notoriously known for that. Really and truly, if you go to Millwall, nothing's gonna happen to you
Nah,
unless
nah.
you act a fool.
in terms of the racism level, they're in administration right now. they have 1-2 black players there, though, innit?
Nah, but I'm saying, I think because they're so notoriously
Bro.
known for it, that was like they were
Yeah.
notoriously known for it in the
Yeah,
90s. We
That was
fucked.
their
That was
steez.
it. Yeah, like
That's what they were on.
you go Bermondsey,
honestly.
you just see England fans and skinheads. They're proper.
Oh man.
But yeah, racism's not okay. End of discussion. No one should be racist, innit?
Yeah,
If you
man.
are, go educate yourself.
Racism isn't good, kids. Aye, I'm saying that with a dead trim. They might not take me seriously. Aye. Racism isn't good,
Hey,
kids.
wait. Third time into the mic. Move the mic forward.
Alright, let me just move that. Just grip it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Racism isn't
That's
good,
his second.
kids.
There you go.
No, that's your first. You're on one
He's
more.
lucky. He's lucky.
I made sure I said it like that, by the way.
He said it
Sus
when we were
with
just about to
chest.
finish.
Can't tell me.
After the conversation
Bro.
we had, you can't even grill him.
Yeah.
You can't tell me pause. I'll say fast forward, bro. Play. what do you think this is?
Man said fast forward.
Yeah, man.
Man said there's no fucking pause.
Yeah, G. Don't pause it,
no
bro.
pause.
Keep it
hilarious.
rolling.
Man said fast
Just keep
forward.
it rolling.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so anything else? Because I can't lie, the footage is literally about to stop in 5.
It's being the 2-man step, man.
The 3-man step.
No, just look at the picture. Where's his head gonna fit on here?
Gee, look.
Listen.
Where's his head fitted on here?
To people still listening around this time, grateful always.
Of course, man.
For you, Mr. Man, this 3-man
Shades.
step thing, we know what you mean. So you're on your last strike.
What do you mean? You know what I'm...
Nah, you're on your last strike. You're on your last strike.
Bro.
Nah, but you see,
These men are trying to get me out of here, man. I don't know what their problem is, man.
Episode's ending, so we'll let Shades off this time.
Yeah. Shades, anything else you want to tell the people?
Nah, it's just because I'm stealing all their gal, innit? Like, they want to get me off.
Said
and
that.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully the girl don't leave the minute they see you.
What do you mean?
They
I'm
clips on
peng,
the
bro.
video.
I'll show them my odd eyes pendulum dragon. That's
Yeah,
you can
might
get
as
it
well-
cracking, man.
You might as well go to the camera, give them a little show
Yeah,
them,
man.
Yeah.
Tell them, well, go on quickly.
Come on, man's here. Man like Shades, Mayor of Luton.
Get lower, man, so they can see your
Get
face.
lower.
Man said Mayor of Luton in the Chelsea shirt.
Nah, don't change it.
You know what? No.
Don't tell me.
Where's the shot?
Hey, fake Luton Mayor, man.
Hey, flex on them a little. You've been going gym. Flex on them a little.
Yeah, show
Flex
them
on
the
them a little.
muscles.
Yeah.
Wait, look at that. The camera's there.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. What, man want me so low, they want me with my
Nah,
knees. Like,
allow
what's
it,
going on,
man.
I don't
Allow
know.
it.
Nah.
Sit down.
Stop that.
No,
Yeah, but gal shout me in it.
Alright, okay, so he's not saying anything else. Anyway, you guys, for
Follow
next
the
week,
socials, you know what it is.
his socials be on the screen, they'll be in the description. He said it at the beginning, you should
Yeah,
know
man.
it anyway. It'll all be everywhere. You know our socials, they'll be in the description. Anything else till next week?
Till next week.
We're over, we're out. The 2-man step.
3-man step.
Hey, that's jokes. Hey, stop it, innit? You just stop the camera, I'll stop it here. Alright, that was hilarious. That was good, man.